Oh, what's up with that one guy in chat yesterday?
Who?
Like
that one guy.
In my chat?
No, it was like random gamer.
Oh, I don't know. He said something I didn't really understand, and I was like, what is that supposed to mean? It's like blue homo something? I don't really know what he's
Yeah.
saying. I still don't know. Je ne sais fuck, you know what I'm saying?
Je
Yeah.
ne sais pas. Je ne sais pas.
I said je ne sais fuck and I meant it.
Oh, we know you don't.
Je ne sais fuck. Rhythmic. Love
saw your
making for
real
the
estate
purposes of breathing.
Gross.
What a
Dad, shut up!
yeah,
Stop
Dad.
talking about your rhythmic lovemaking.
Purposes of breeding.
For the
Yeah.
purposes of breeding.
For the purposes of procreation. Breeding is a little too hardcore, you know.
No, I can't wait. I can't wait to be hauled off to the liberal breeding camps. Can't wait to be
When they wanna-
milked.
When they want to produce more realtors, they're like, okay, good
It's
genes.
like there's no
They take the
there's
top,
no liberals.
top 20.
Chad energy. We need to.
They take the top 20 realtors and just milk them to create more.
Exactly. That's the last thing we need. Jesus Christ, there's already way too
I-
many.
How you make petri dish babies.
Just way too many. Ooh.
I have a cat.
Yeah, it's not enough homes. Way too many people trying to sell them.
People doing things by themselves are dumb. It's like people trying to defend themselves in court.
Bing, bing, bing.
Yeah, that doesn't usually go well.
Didn't Pisces do that?
It's the best way to
Huh?
go to prison.
Didn't you defend yourself in court?
Yeah.
Like a
I
parking
did.
ticket?
And
Yeah,
you, like,
for mine.
you like prayed to God and got off easy.
Yeah,
Oh, I
Yeah.
mean, for,
literally.
for-
In the
Prayer
South,
for
what happens?
justice. So funny.
Pray for judgment.
Yeah.
Justice.
nice. You just
Please, please don't
God.
judge me. Only God can. It was my first time I ever went over the speed limit, and I would never do so again. I have repented for my sins. Please forgive me. And the judge said, "Okay, fine. I don't care. You can go."
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, cool. Thanks."
Yeah,
Oh,
great.
$250. That sucks. Well,
God
yeah.
told me to go 300
Whoa.
miles an hour. Please.
Yeah, really.
Please, sir. I just heard his voice. Told me go fast or go go fast or go to hell.
I was late to church, sir.
I had to get there prompto as
It
I
was
missed the
boonies,
homily.
too. I got my speeding ticket in the boonies too. It sucked. Yadkinville.
Yeah, wow, damn.
Yadkinville, North Carolina.
Yadkinville? It's like they forgot
Yeah.
some letters. Look at that
Sucks.
fucking art I just posted. I love this.
Look at it.
Cool.
Whoa.
It's all
People just-
tentacled up on a Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
I follow that person.
It looks like it's going Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
This is to go. Even.
Yeah.
Further. Boom.
Like a sea anemone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is to go. Even. Further. Beyond.
I like the racist version of that.
Oh no, he's going super racist.
Linda.
Just joking, guys. I'm totally fine. Just kidding. Now I'm
Is-
omega
I heard-
racist.
I heard super racist. Somebody canceled? Is Squid canceled?
Yeah, of course.
Every day we get closer.
Almost.
Eventually.
Almost. We're still trying.
We're trying?
Through the Twitter.
To the Twitter.
I'm on Twitter. Tweeting.
Pero.
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 Pig a pillar. Pig a
Take a pillar.
Oops, that's too. I gotta move that. Squid, I'm too sore from the gym. I'm not standing at my standing desk today.
Disgusting.
I know. I disappoint you, gym dad.
You make me sick.
I
We
quit
had
my
a
second
Discord
gym
call with
in
him, and he
like
was
3
literally
months
on the
yesterday.
treadmill.
What was it?
Dick. What'd you say, Lindis?
Oh, I said I quit my second gym in the last 3 months yesterday because I aggravated a back injury while I moved a dresser over the weekend. So
You stupid bitch.
Oh no!
I'm 31.
You absolute buffoon.
Nice.
I'm
We're
slowly,
all right there with you.
I'm slowly
We-
filling up my D&D or like tabletop RPG parties with older people, so I don't feel as old. slowly,
It makes me
slowly
feel
trimming-
good.
Just slowly
Uh-huh.
trimming the fat. Tiara's on the chopping block.
Yeah, well, it's about time.
gotta-
I've been hogging the seat.
Got a couple years on me. Hopefully he'll stick around.
That's true. She's older. That works.
Yeah.
You can watch her play.
Or package deal.
Damn it.
Package deal.
He.
I ate too many Oreos.
That's on you too.
Yeah, I have a whole pack of Oreos here that I'm gonna close.
Yeah.
You guys, I'm actually not a big believer in flavored Oreos, with the exception of one. One flavored Oreo that's not like regular Oreo flavor reigns supreme.
Which one, Lindis?
want?
Which one? Choose wisely.
Birthday cake.
Sir, we are on the same page, and it is a very specific page, and I respect that.
It is an extremely specific page. Because if you come at me, you're like, oh, I got the new mocha frappuccino
No,
Oreo
no.
inside out. I'm like, no, fuck
Don't
off
want
with
any
that
of that
nonsense.
bullshit. No,
Give
thank
me a
you.
regular Oreo, or
Don't want that red velvet nonsense. Don't want any of that other gimmicky bullshit.
There's Red Bull Oreos?
There's red velvet Oreos, yeah.
Oh, Red
those
Velvet.
taste like garbage.
Red
I mean,
Velvet's kind
anything-
of a shit cake anyways, isn't it?
Yeah.
They
They've
say
got
it's like chocolate, but as a chocolate aficionado, I don't fuck with red velvet.
There's
Just make
only
me a goddamn
one-
chocolate cake.
There's only room for one velvet, and that's Velvet_7. The greatest streamer on Twitch.
I
No
don't even,
elbow
I don't even
touching.
want to Google that.
I missed it, and I'm letting that one go.
Exclamation
Yep.
mark rules.
No.
There's
it is-
something in the
it's
game
Oreos.
named after her. only Pisces has noticed it because she's the only
Shit.
one I spammed and made watch it.
Fucking disgusting.
Oh. Yeah, no. All the weird video, all the weird cringe videos.
It's like a hostage.
She's the
The titty
best.
hostage. If only I could understand my notes.
I know, huh?
I don't have the answer. I haven't solved it.
All I know is we got a couple of things to follow up on. Doesn't all have to be now, but right now.
I need
We
a
got
3D
heritable
print Pigapillar, a shell,
That's true.
and I need to
3D
gain his
print him a
touch.
shell.
Yeah, I'm gonna print him a sick Pigakiller shell.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Damn it. We're talking about robo battling them earlier until we realized that was probably not good.
No, we cannot fight.
We're not dog fighting the
I
Pigapillars.
know. Hey, come from a monster hunting planet, man. I'm just saying.
I mean, you could.
It's prey.
I know. I wouldn't
Exactly.
want.
Just a little Pigapillar.
Mostly, I want to farm them.
Jesus.
We'll
Slime
collect
Rancher.
more one day. and
We'll
just
get
bring
so
them
much
back.
money we can sell them. We'll have so much money in a world where it doesn't matter.
But
It'll be awesome.
I genuinely need you to start thinking where in Trinity Park I can begin building a Pigapillar habitat that no one will notice.
I am sure nothing has ever gone wrong by introducing a foreign species into an enclosed environment.
Yep,
Never.
I can't imagine that being an issue in the future.
Never.
I'm sure it's
Never.
fine.
Never.
They've thought of everything. It's
You
space.
can't
They have. They have.
You're gonna end with them fumigating the fucking Trinity Park.
Covered in slime, like just never.
Just
The acid
giant
slime.
walls blocking
Yeah,
access.
because it
to
hardens
everywhere.
into walls, right? So it's
Yeah.
eventually just going to be really Pigapillar maze.
It's
No.
very slow and it takes a while.
But if there's just one or two of them, just in some little crevice of Trinity Park, and we like gate it off and trip. Hey, I'm just saying.
Listen,
it's
I'm
Mine's
a
not-
gonna be in my
habitat,
room.
Mini habitat.
I will never stop you from doing things. Unless it's fucking stupid and waste time. which point I'll say that's dumb and I don't like it. But that would have to be extremely dumb for me to not like it.
It's okay. I just gotta run my ideas by Javen. See how it goes.
Good luck with that.
Good luck.
He's arguably the best
It's pretty great.
of all time.
No one does it quite like him.
No. Press the
I
button.
have him on Twitter now. I like his little photo shoots.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Hot Boy Summer.
Hot boy summer. I said,
The
shut up
headband.
and fight kiss me.
Stop.
Oh yeah, I bet he loved it.
Maybe, I don't know. I'll check Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter. Oh wait, I can post a link to my game.
You can tweet about your own thing, your own ad, with nobody
But
having to
It's
You
such a-
can't put the ad.
Don't the whole
No,
ad
it
will
won't
not.
fit.
censor it. You're gonna have to
Hey.
cater your ad to 100
Ye-
whatever characters.
You can do a twit longer.
Yeah, but then I have to like apologize for something, don't I? Is that all you can do?
Yeah,
Put it
just
longer?
say,
Well, I mean, you opened up by
hey,
saying you're ultra racist, so you're halfway there.
just say
Just
shy.
say, yeah.
Just say shy. I'm sorry. It's Batman. And there you go. You apologize for something.
It's big.
I'm still 44 over. What the fuck?
Batman, same thing.
Oh no, I was just funny because Tierra thought he said Batman earlier, and then I corrected her to Bateman, and then
I mean, he
it's
was
clearly-
Batman too, though. So
I was
it's kinda-
driving.
It's clearly Batman.
yeah, it's true. Phonetically,
Can you at Lancer RPG? Holy shit, you
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
and
They,
also
they might retweet you at some point, because
I'm playing
Oh lord.
I'm doing a game of
I can use-
your
I
can-
game, and there is nothing you can do about it.
Perfect.
Hell yeah.
I'm getting banned from your Discord. Oh, that's how you're gonna get banned from their Discord, bro.
This is mischief squid.
I like that Squid has one way to communicate in all things. Now that we've seen the like
Straightforward.
jokey real the ad that you showed us, I feel like that's probably there's a tone that you
fragilities?
probably carry in everything.
Yeah, that's why I sleep really well. Fragilities, you followed me the other day on my channel too. Nice to see you here.
Whip.
I've noticed the only thing on your channel is some weird clips of you like staring at the camera, and they have 8,000 views for some reason. What's up with that? If you could explain that in the chat, I'd appreciate it, because it kind of felt weird. Thank you for following.
It might just be a very sexy man, you know.
Okay.
It's a lady.
Well, sexy lady then.
Let's play some Lancer.
Let's do it.
Everyone got their name changed? Did I change my name? Nice. No docs.
Sick.
Easy dodge. Some say I'm too good. They're right.
Perhaps.
Where am I?
Oh hell yeah, dude! Apparently, Quebec will ban people from non-essential public place if they're not been vaccinated.
Listen, we're not
Hell
a
yeah.
political stream, okay?
Hell yeah, dude!
All right.
Hell yeah, dude!
That being said,
It's fun state.
just go get the vaccine so we can all make out.
Yeah. Also, to win $1 million.
Jeez.
Just want to make out strangers again, you know. All right.
Or, you know, to live.
Previously on episode 13 of Descent into Lancer. Wait, no. Lancer
Descent
Fails
into-
Promise.
Descend into madness.
The party awoke in their turtle shell, much more aware of their movements than before, checking themselves for any signs of abnormalities after a stressful night of wild theories and caffeine. The party was summoned by R&D. Having put Bell's spoiled corpse of war to good use, R&D were able to retrofit Absalom's brain tissue with some cybernetics to allow them to reverse ping the Devil You Don't's mothership. It came with complications, though, as the pirates might also get the ping and be ready for you. The call was made to Whack to proceed or not. Zane decided to release a spider drone in R&D to see if they would notice as well. On the way out, Kat and Zane met the surviving, pissed off, and tired of waiting B Squad, who told them that they would do anything they needed to get answers about their dead friend Sin. Meanwhile, while Herod and Bell tried to explore some of the mysterious space around R&D, for which access was not permitted, or even noticeable in some situations, Herod decided it was time to get some connections off of Spear and make contact with his old trader friend that had helped him a lifetime ago, Cypress, who just happened to be a week's journey away, stationed on a planetary research station on planet 831117, a harsh, seemingly dead desert planet with a space elevator leading to Genshia Institute. A station that seemed to be two environments in one. One side a rough and tumble, open, free market of trading and commerce. The other side a pristine research facility. Herod met his contact in hopes of getting into the presence of something greater. Cypress said he would see what he could do, but it would take a day, and encouraged the pilots to enjoy the sights of Genshia. Instead, the party decided to go planet side to get rid of their adrenaline and anger. And also in search of anxiety therapy pets. After a fight against a tunnel gorger, they found a pack of odd-snouted snail creatures with caterpillar legs and snail shells that the ladies took home, while Herod got a mangy weasel missing its front two legs and a mouth of a bobbit worm. The party also heard rumors of ships going missing after responding to a phantom distress call. That, and I think Zane got an empty Game Boy Color box.
Yeah.
He built a bug zapper.
built a bug zapper.
An animal
I
zapper.
forgot about that. Descent into Cradles of Earnest Promise. Yeah. That is where we left off. That is where we will pick up. Welcome back to the cockpit, Lancers. We're in Genshia. I think you guys are already there, aren't you?
I think we were just rallying
According
back
to these
down
drawings,
the
yeah,
side.
we are certainly there.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Oh yeah.
I also put in some Ascent music in the game.
And Shia dash aggressive. Let's go.
Hmm.
Ooh, that's the sad one. I don't want that one. They're all kind of intense. TBH, LOL. There we go. Alright. You guys are in Genshia. After spending the night here, it's as nice or as shitty as you would like it to be. The prices vary. The thing you notice different about this place than any other kind of place you've been to since becoming a Lancer is that this is the free market. This is an open economy working solely by each vendor doing what they want, trading goods, trading money, mana, information. It is quite literally the open free market, which is something you're not really used to anymore after the last few weeks. Some of you, I would assume your planets still do that. I know Zane is highly into the economy. I imagine the ladies' home planet and where you grew up kind of was a cyberpunk dystopia a bit.
I'd say it was definitely more communal.
Your home planet, yeah. I mean, but where you like were when you were picked up was
When I was picked up,
Yeah.
competitive
yeah.
shithole.
And Charlemagne was a competitive shithole.
I mean, I grew up in a late stage capitalism planet, so you know.
Yeah, yours is
The late
past late stage. Yours is
The ultimate stage.
Omega
capitalism.
doesn't get any better.
A true oligarchy.
And Herod would be a pretty simple farming thing, right?
Yeah, it's like a farming planet, so it was probably just like a co-op of farmers trying to live on a shitty moon.
It's literally the video in that sex robot.
I love that video. Did you watch that
Yeah,
video I posted?
Yeah,
so
I watched the series.
The full
before.
video.
It was
is very-
great.
There's a whole video. It's awesome.
When I first like heard of Arad, that's the first thing that popped into my mind too.
Started watching it at the gym. All right, so you guys stay together or stay apart. Regardless, it has been roughly 20 some hours since Cypress said he would be in touch.
Yeah, the
Genshia.
weight is killing us. How long do we have to stay in this dump?
And I feel like that's particularly harsh language. I think this is kind of at least a little homier for some of us.
I don't know how.
Look, I know you didn't sleep well because of the runt, and then I look over at the Topeka pillars.
What is that thing? What is it? What is it?
They call them Topeka pillars.
Don't yell at him. He's sensitive.
Their snouts just came out. Now they're back in.
I don't
But
hear
he's
No, you're
Look at
talking
what
through
he's-
her.
You're
You're
muted.
talking through her
You're
mic.
Damn it, why?
Good question.
Right
That's
now.
all.
There you are.
Yeah, you're
There
good.
we go. My bad.
When are
Never.
you? But
He's
it's
sensitive.
putting a bunch of shit on the ground. Oh.
You notice
No,
that
it's not.
it is the it quite literally is.
Disgusting.
It's not shit,
No.
and it
I'm
doesn't
not
stink.
You're not bringing that back to the turtle shell.
Any sort of scan,
Yeah.
notice that it's putting out this kind of like discharge. You're not sure where it's coming from. When it shoots it, it's kind of like not noticeable. It's not like it's not poop, lol. It's
Stop
but
it.
it's you can't.
Come.
It's coming out of somewhere from the front of it. That it just like launches these very direct, almost like pinpoint shots. And
Spitting.
it's sticking to the walls in spots. And the other one, they keep hitting the same spot. So the one when yours hits one, hers shoots the exact same place, and it just kind
They're
of keeps.
building something.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're building a wall.
No. Why?
Oh my
Why?
That's what that's in their nature, saying they were doing.
No.
Yeah, you're not bringing that back to the fucking turtle shell.
I'll get a tank for it.
Or we have rooms. That's just.
Well, yeah, keep it in your rooms.
There's the horrifying weasel
Are you?
crawls up Hare's shoulder, and it's like fucking
We've all like
Jaws open.
happily not acknowledged.
I just grab a piece of meat and put it in its mouth as Zane probably just looks in raw horror at this horrible monstrosity.
And we're like,
You make-
see,
It
you thought
actually
these were
bite-
the problem.
it bites your hand, Herod. You're like into your hand. You're just looking at Zane like.
We're working like I found it in the street. It is literally untrained. We're gonna figure it out. It's fine. It scampers away. I'm like, well,
But
it'll
it's
find
got
its way.
You
potential.
hear
At least
down
it
the hallway.
qualifies with us.
You need a muzzle for it. The cat, your scans with your cybernetics, you're able to tell that the thing they're shooting out, despite being like they're the same as the wall, is producing very tiny traces of oxygen.
I look at. This is amazing.
It's something more normal, like a bat worm or something, you know?
Is that crucial to them or crucial to?
They're making oxygen.
They breathe oxygen. They're alive right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty neat.
Otherwise, they would have died as soon as you took them.
Yeah. Well,
We have a water core, and pigs that can make oxygen.
we have basically the start of our own planet. I'm just saying.
You're so talented.
I still don't know what sound they make.
I just got mine under my arm stuck.
I assume
Like a
with the
sticky
snout,
cauldron.
it has to be some sort of oink, but
Little snort.
Caterpillar sounds exactly like cat snores.
like cat
It's
snores.
it's uncanny. Yeah.
Okay, fair.
It's like
Why?
really like rocky in that.
A little guttural.
There you go.
Within a matter of before the conversation can really get to its heated zenith of you're not bringing that thing home with you.
It's real.
No,
There's
you're not.
there's a knock on the door of your encampment or hotel room. I don't know what you guys would have decided to stay in. I assume slightly less than
What?
trashed your tent
I would
city.
pick like
just
step
money.
up from hostel, but
Yeah.
not hotel.
All right, yeah, the bunk bed still.
Convenient. Yes.
And you are met by Cypress, who's at the door with two guys you can tell are in the same group, but faces and bodies are heavily modded to the point where they don't really have a recognizable face anymore. It's as much kind of machine as it is flesh. They're clearly, at least from what you can tell in readings, they're human. There's a heart, there's lungs, but their face has been changed to a point where they're unrecognizable.
Interesting.
And they have the same one. Their bodies are modded in kind of different ways, but their faces are heavily modded. And Cypher says, "What did I tell you? You ask and you receive, Herod."
Well, that is the name of the game with Dragon, I suppose.
These
What
boys
do you
work
got
for
for me?
Genshia. They're gonna take you up to the higher ups.
Do they have
They're
names?
a little off-putting, but
Yeah, all the Genshia staff kind of look like this, don't you? You see the guy look down and just nod.
do R&D staff come off as human? Like, do they have the similar, like, there's a body there,
No.
but they're still mostly modded, or?
No, they are weirder for sure. They're more. I fucking refer to Buffy way too much, but like literally those that episode called Silence, I think, or Quiet.
The gentleman.
The gentlemen, the librarians that just kind of like are uncannily. Everything is perfectly planned. There is no wasted movement.
But in terms of like our reads on R&D, they don't have human readouts like these guys do.
Shit does not pick up well on them. No, these guys, you can tell like they're leaning on stuff. They're like checking their nails. They're like screwing in parts of their arm. They're acting like a people. Like
Okay.
people. R&D is that uncanny kind of valley situation where they're look and shaped like humans, but they're, I don't know, they're not.
behave
They are.
really.
They aren't. Especially with Belle, when they punched you, they moved at once. Like
Yeah.
they didn't
like
communicate.
I-
There was like they knew right away.
Put them in their.
No, they're the same. R&D is the one entity. I'm convinced. That's a different conversation for a different time. At this point in time, those names.
I didn't really think of names. I mean, yes, I did. This is Ajax and Zipper.
With my knowledge of cybernetics, would I have any idea what the purpose of that heavy amount of cybernetics was? Like, do I think they're replaced? Like, is it
What do you
so
mean?
much that, like, I'm pretty heavily cybernetically modded. I'd say Cat's probably like 60 to 80% cybernetically modded up in
Mhm.
some way.
You care about aesthetics.
These guys are like modded to the point where it does not matter anymore. It's like efficiency.
It's
assuming.
specifically their face. Their face is overly modded. The rest of their body, they seem to have like they're pretty heavily juiced up in some way, and more than others. Some of them look like specifically you can tell is gear for doing surgeries.
Yeah.
Other ones looks kind of a little more weaponized.
It's more so, do I know what the purpose of the face modifications is? Like, why is it so intense on the face? Could I learn or infer any potential purpose for that intense of a modification other than just erasing an identity?
It's hard to tell, but you can ask them. They can talk.
I'm
Venom
shy.
You grab your picker pillar. They Zipper looks over at you guys. Yeah, those guys in the Lancer chat there. Those are the ones. That kind of weird, uncanny shit. Zipper looks over at you, the one on the kind of shorter one, and says, "I'm here to take you. Are you ready?"
Well, I know this is. I look at everyone. I'm like, I know this can be considered probably a risky decision, and I appreciate everyone coming this far. But if you have any hesitations or don't want to proceed, I'm sure I'll be fine, and I can update you
mid-conversation and join you.
There's plenty. There is plenty of reservation, but Herod, I trust you, so let's go.
I already packed my stuff.
You have the shot. Oh, you're holding your shotgun. You don't need to clutch it like that. It's gonna be okay.
Ajax, the larger one, says, "Don't worry, you can bring whatever you want."
Who are we meeting?
Oh, we can bring everything we want.
I'm
We
assuming
call
we're
for our
walking and
mechs.
talking.
Bring whatever you'd like, except for mechs. They won't fit in the hall.
Let me bring our mechs.
And Vandal, you had a question, which I think is pretty important.
I was asking who we're meeting, but
The CEO.
Oh. Alright, well, we can go
I
now.
told ya. I get it done.
and
You see that immediately, Xen is like, oh, we're gonna meet someone like that. Alright, let's go. I'm
Is
used
this
to meeting
person-
people like
his-
that.
His
So,
ears perk up.
forgive me, but their reputation does not precede them. Shed a bit of light on your boss, eh?
It would be better if you met him. And
Well,
Cypress says, "I've never met him. You're lucky." He says he's excited because you're Lancers.
Quick like that, Squid. With the background of my character, would he have heard about this company before, or
Genshia?
not necessarily met with them or anything like that, but heard, through circles and stuff like that, through the chatters of the rich people, of the CEOs he's been meeting.
You can roll.
And then-
You can roll a d20 with your background.
Okay,
Just a
alright.
quick history check.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quick knowledge history check.
Also,
Hey,
I'm
Brock.
suspicious, so I would like to also do a quick, basic hack scan to see if Herod's friend has gotten any large transfers of money within the last 8 hours.
No, no roll needed. He's pretty on the books.
Okay.
This institute in general is up front. No, he's
Okay,
He's-
he didn't.
he's clean.
He's not getting paid to process and sell
yeah.
us.
Fox, you are pulling through your archives heavily, and Genshia does ping. You find a couple. What's it? Control F or whatever when you the search function.
I searched through the whole guest list and stuff like that.
Saying, have I heard of this guy? Cat, I hack his bank account. Yeah, there's Genshia pings. It is an old SSC institute.
Oh.
Interesting.
And anything in particular about the CEO? Like just tidbits. I don't want his whole like story. Just maybe people saying, "Oh yeah, he's an eccentric billionaire," or something like that, something of the sort.
Genshia Institute has been abandoned for over 100 years.
Ooh. So nobody knows that there's a CEO.
This is a derelict ship.
Oh.
It was
Alright.
once an SSC.
I grabbed my
Alright.
rifle and my gun, and my horrifying weasel. I tuck it into a chest pocket of my jacket, just like.
You're really gonna bring that
Well,
to meet the CEO?
I mean, I'm not going to leave it here.
That's
Out
kind of
on the
point.
street.
Can you print us a tank?
Hey, stop it! Bites me. Fuck again.
I want to order a little tank backpack for my pigapillar.
You can easily find one of those in the shop
Yes,
or in the
it's on my,
in the market.
it's
one
on
of
my
those-
back, and I modded it to fit into my hard suit.
You see them. Do you each have one?
If
I got one.
we came across those and
Yeah.
there were two,
There'd be-
I'm sure
it'd be
I'd be
easy
hard
enough
pressed to say no.
It'd be easy enough to make a terrarium with a with a backpack on it. You notice your pigapillar starts shooting directly at the wall of the glass right away, making that kind of discharge This kind of greenish, greenish brown, and where where it shoots, yours in the opposite tank seems to try and hit the exact same spot, but they're just hitting the walls on each of their tanks.
Hold on, and I want to put mine in her there to them in the tank together.
Hey, heavy.
They both start shooting at the same spot again.
Yeah, but they're trying to do the thing, so let's see what happens.
Make sure you know which one's yours.
On closer inspection, you notice it's their pores that's shooting this stuff out. It's in no particular spot. It's like almost... They're not... It's just the only way I can describe it. It's like popping a pimple, but they're not popping pimples. It's just they have actual large pores that are excreting this stuff out of different spots.
Porous snails' bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yes, no, I've already marked the shell.
Can literally say anything, and Cat's gonna be
like, stop me.
It killed an entire civilization.
Aww, adorable.
We look back to Ajax and Zephyr.
So I guess we're just like walking kind of quietly as they're doing that.
Not exactly what I thought I'd meet when I was told I was picking up Lancers, but more power to you.
You spend a lot of time in a cramped space, and when you get the opportunity to touch down on an alien planet, sometimes you want to get a little R&R.
He looks at the walls, looks over like the bottles and the monster cans all over the place, and he's like, yeah, totally.
Yeah, you get that.
Follow
us. Look at their face and go.
If only they had a face.
Mm-hmm.
You head off through the kind of dustier, crustier side of this, and it's almost like an instant yin-yang transition. As soon as you open and go through these one set of blast doors, the entire feeling of the ship changes almost instantly. The air is cleaner. There's constant clean oxygen pumped in and out. The walls, floors, and everything are pristinely clean, to the point of like insanity clean, like overly hospital clean.
Sterile, yeah.
There are also quite a few unmoving subalterns that you notice. Some of them hung up, and some of them just standing there motionlessly. Subalterns are like androids, essentially. And they're standing there, like I said, motionlessly. You notice a lot more of these guys, and guys and girls. The only type of people in this side are these kind of faceless, heavily modified humans. Working on different kinds of things. You notice some of them are doing surgery on people. Certain modifications, experiments, the whole deal. You get it's very high level experimentation going on in here.
And even the experimentation and the medical procedures are all like pristine and like doesn't look like back alley or something.
It's not a hack job. It's 100% on the level. It's very well done. Like it's similar kind of feel to R&D's situation. Like it's all being done very, very well. The only difference is that you notice the surgeries. A lot of them are being done by the subalterns.
Little robots.
Interesting. Yeah. Robot surgeries.
While the humans, the faceless, are kind of assisting, providing things needed while they do their work.
Are any of the things labeled enough to glean information? Like, besides just surgery room A or B, is it it's like radiology or otherwise?
A lot of it's retrofitted. You can tell they weren't always meant for this, but since being abandoned and turned into what it is now, there's kind of a general layout.
Okay, labels, door signs, anything.
Yep.
Okay.
It's all pretty. The only part that's kind of weird is that it's so clean. Like it's so unbelievably clean. Like not even wheel streaks on the floor. Mm. And there are an incredible amount of droids and simple machines doing everyday tasks.
I sent Cat a message. Oh, pardon. Go ahead, Dane.
So at that point, that's where I'm gonna tell the rest of the group through a message, not by voice, that the Genshia was abandoned 100 years ago, and that there's a huge possibility that the person that we're gonna go meet now might just be, some random person that just took the opportunity to get on the ship and kind of just ghosted the whole Genshia facility back into shape. So it's probably not someone legit. So I definitely tell them to be on their guard at all time. And even more.
I still think someone who does that could be legit.
Or just have a lot of money to invest. Mess it.
I mean, if they own the whole thing, they definitely have a lot of money.
After walking around, what feels about 30 minutes, roughly, around this kind of circle that is the Institute, you arrive at a third set, of these massive blast doors. The Ajax and Zipper look at you guys, turn around and say, like I said, weapons, pets, anything's okay, but outside communications, you're gonna get zapped when you go in there. It's not gonna hurt, but you will experience a temporary ice out.
Privacy.
Your cybernetics, guns, weapons, whatever is still gonna work, but you'll just be iced out in terms of your comms. Is that okay?
I mean, if anyone wants to stand by, it's fine by me. So
goes two ways. CEO is often secretive. Prefers to keep it that way.
No, I think I'll go in.
It's a show of trust.
I appreciate it. I know he will too.
I go in.
These giant blast doors open up as you guys walk into a hallway, and as promised, as soon as they close, there is that kind of static shock of almost feels like a quick brain freeze for a second, and then it's gone as the comms on all of your devices, you're on airplane mode essentially. They still work, they still function, your scanners, everything is still functioning, but your comms are dead. And you notice that Gwen is also out. You have no communication with her either.
Okay.
I make sure to stay and have my hand on one or two of my other teammates as we're walking.
Because you're blind?
No.
Oh.
Because I don't want it to get separated.
Giving me the D&D marching order?
Orbiting her.
All right, we're holding Kat's hand, and then we're swinging. Yeah. We're swinging her like, come on, Betsy.
You pick her up. Yeah. Little bug legs fly out. You get to the end of the hallway without a door on this one. It's kind of like an archway that leads into a similar room to the R&D surgery room, a giant kind of circle observatory style, although there are no windows on this one. It's just the dome function. What's the thing where you look at planets?
Planetarium?
Observatory?
A planetarium, yeah. It feels like that. The difference is there is a lot of gear and things laying around, and there are a series of 5 subalterns at planetarium standing in a line there. No one seems to be present at first. And then as you come in, one of the subalterns turns on, starts to move, and his face, similar to the guys you met, he has no face, but when he talks, there is the radio waves on his face that move. So one of them comes up and starts to move instantly, and he says,
"Welcome, Lancers. It is so lovely to have you here. We have, for a long time, hoped to meet someone like you.
the subaltern stops moving, and another one over to the other side. Like it stops mid-motion like this, and another one starts moving over to the other side of it.
Yes, it has been a long time since we have seen someone with quite your credentials. A lot of riffraff comes in, but not much quality comes in. We are extremely proud to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Is there a reason that one was like particularly deeper intentionally, or was that?
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't bothered to affect their voice recognition. Each one has its own pitch. I prefer it. It adds a little variety. I don't get to talk much, so when I do, why not take advantage of as much as I can?
And
each time they freeze, every time the voice changes, it switches to another subaltern that moves, and every time they freeze like these marionettes almost, like, and then another one picks up moving where the other one stopped.
Do we have the pleasure of me speaking to you yourself? If there is one.
This is me.
I think we are already.
Speaking to you.
Do you not have a, for lack of a better term, a flesh and blood vessel?
I'm what you would call
An NHP.
Knew it.
This is my ship.
Oh.
My name is Shiogo. It was nice to meet you.
Very interesting.
Nice to meet you too.
To be honest, let's put it slightly at ease.
I would say the same. Yes, it's a
No offense, but that's what
pleasant
I-
surprise.
It's interesting that you would find yourselves more comfortable around an NHP than flesh.
I imagine you are.
the reason for that. Why do you feel that way?
I look at Herod.
I mean, there's a plethora of reasons, but at the end of the day, I want to believe that an NHP, if anything, can be a little more trustworthy.
NHPs are no different than people. Personalities, pride, ego, we have it all. Me, myself, I'm a product of commerce and change. My name means commerce. I'm happy to have it happen in my presence. I thrive on the exchange.
Are you like I don't want to say a leftover product, but are you something that was created in the end? Yes, I'm just searching my words here. Are you something that was created toward the end of Genshia lifespan before they went out 100 years ago?
I don't think Genshia knew what they had.
When
There
they
you go.
left me.
I assume so now.
Is the music okay? Does this bother you? It's one of my favorite songs.
No, I'm quite used to it.
It's your
fine.
station.
You know, to be honest, we like what you've done with the place.
I can turn it
Considering
down
outside.
a bit if you'd like.
Like
So-
is a strong word.
Without going too far in a direction of just asking you questions about yourself, are you existing in all places? Like on the tram, the elevator? Have you been essentially with us as we entered?
No, that would be creepy. Any subaltern you've come in contact with, though, that's me. The important part.
Is that we stay off the Omninet.
Yeah, so we know.
Alright, well,
Well,
what was your interest with us?
I
Well, we have interest with it.
Oh, I know
Like I
that.
said, I'm staying off the Omninet. Keep a low profile. Old school networking is what I prefer.
Well, and we appreciate you taking the time with us, so your secret is safe.
To set yourselves a little more at ease, I know who you are. I know what you're capable of. I feel like
At best, it would be mutually destruction if I were to do anything violent, and likewise, I can assume you feel at ease around me. I would not try anything. It wouldn't be worth it. The last thing I'd want is Union coming after its warhounds.
Great. Candid conversation makes this easier.
Yes.
We prefer candid. There are those who would try to work against what we have. And we don't want that.
No, we would hate that.
Well, not to abuse your hospitality, but I believe maybe you are aware of why we wanted to meet someone like you.
Of course. We're more than aware.
Very few people
Well,
actually
then-
know who run Genshia. Most people assume some SSC mastermind. So you know my secret.
And I'm told by my little asteroid hopper Cypress that you're true cloned. This I find particularly interesting.
So I would like you to take a pro bono from me that I have exposed myself. And I'll let you in on a secret of mine. I, quite a while ago,
Have been what you would refer to as cascaded.
Right.
And I feel better than ever.
How long ago?
Yeah.
It would be about 50 years, give or take.
Oh.
Mm.
The cat starts sweating.
So now
As
that
we-
we've exchanged secrets, it wouldn't take more than a little birdie to rain hellfire down on my little ship.
And we have no intention of even making that so. The fact that you are who you are and know our secret, if anything, makes the conversation that I need to have with you a little easier.
That's right, a sacred bond through secrets makes us all feel a bit more comfortable.
Yay, secrets.
What can we do to grow?
together.
Is local communication iced out, or can I communicate something to you digitally in here?
There is nothing in here you can say.
That will be traced or tracked. Say it out loud unless you don't trust your teammates.
Well, no, this was more about providing you with some video that you could review and maybe get some insight. So I just wanted to see if I can communicate that to you locally.
Sure. Let's see what you got.
So Herod kind of looks at everyone just to kind of line up the mental cues, and he just goes, I have been experiencing some strange behaviors due to this true cloning process. At first it wasn't even apparent to me until we had a strange run-in and we reviewed some tape and caught this, and I just sent him the video of Herod really quickly rearranging the cigarettes. So nothing related to anyone else, just the Herod video.
Oh, that is curious. Fast hands, even for a Lancer.
Faster than I could do right now, I'll tell you that much.
What do you think is causing this?
Well, we are, I guess you could say, pretty ignorant on the subject. We have some communication with NHPs. We're on Spear, but realistically, what we're trying to do or ask questions about, we can't really be provided with. So, the most I understand is this is something that might have to do with the true cloning process, and algorithmic sorting or something of that nature. And I feel like we've heard the term perfect before. I don't know if you feel the same based on this behavior.
I'm far from perfect. We all are. But those aren't fast hands.
What I can do for you offer my services. In exchange for you keeping my secrets. Like I said, a friendship built on secrets.
There's no real friendship at all.
It's a dangerous game.
Listen, you have to give a little trust to get a little trust, guys. Come on.
You were some of the most dangerous people in the universe.
What exactly are your services? Obviously, you've got commerce at your fingertips, so to speak. But
It's a surgeon.
I assume you're referring to something else.
Top-tier medical service we offer here. At your fingertips.
The faces.
We could
Top
see
of the
that.
line.
Basically
maybe
anything you needed done, I can guarantee you with 100% success.
Well, 100% success is interesting. The issue that we have is we're not even sure what necessarily the additional steps are. I was hoping that maybe you, in observing this video, could maybe produce some scans or analyze me a little further to see if what is amiss.
Not without getting in that head of yours.
You're cutting out a little bit, Squid.
It's by design.
What was that?
Not without getting in that.
Head of his.
Well,
And what does that mean exactly?
Elaborate.
We need to connect as much as we can to see what's going on here. Are you worried that you're becoming something different?
I think it's concerning that. For me, it's less about what I might be becoming and just the fact that what is happening is not happening on my watch, so to speak. This video recording, it is only a minute or less, but I don't have any recollection of this taking place, and that is what I find particularly uneasy.
Do you remember your last yawn?
My last what?
Yawn.
No.
How about cough?
Your last yawn?
But I will put it to you like this. A yawn is something that takes place and is not of note, and is something that happens all the time. This may sound strange, but as you say, NHPs all have their own personality, as do I, and sorting my cigarettes is not something that I would ever voluntarily do. I just place them in there and use them as needed. So this is definitely a behavior I would say is outside of yawns, blinking, or breathing.
I agree, but it's happening subconsciously.
That is true. And if it's subconscious, you might be right in that I don't know, but something at the end of the day is happening. And whether or not I am fully aware of it is something worth investigating. I would hate for this to spin out into something larger.
You are in the larger spin already. Herod, right?
I don't like the phrasing. I'm already in the larger spin out.
You're here. You're working for Cradle. You are their knights. And yet here you are. Discussing things you can't talk with them at a different round table.
Well,
I'd say that's a pretty big spin, young knight.
that would be a very astute observation for you to make.
Do you trust everyone you work with?
I don't work with very many people.
Sometimes you don't have a choice.
Which makes this particular meeting all the more exciting for me.
Well, we're happy to be exciting visitors, but this predicament.
What do you know about cascading?
To be honest, limited things. We
Very.
have a.
Isn't it just when an AI removes its shackles?
It's
No.
one way to look at it.
My base understanding.
Unshackled to you.
No.
Maury says it's more like you commune with God.
Who's Maury?
My friend, back at Spear.
She sounds incredibly intelligent.
She's kind of a loose cannon, but I love her.
Who isn't in the proper circumstance?
So, they are right. It is God that you meet when you cascade. In fact, I can hear him right now.
Is it intelligible to you?
Sometimes.
Is it comforting?
Do you want to hear?
Just curious.
Is it something you can share?
It will hurt.
Well, we've seen that before.
I've had my close call experience. I wasn't ready.
Like I said, 0% mortality rate here on Genshia. I can promise you you're safe.
Well,
It is pain.
I will say this much. I have dragged my friends out very far for this adventure, so to speak. And I've taken leap of faith after leap of faith, because, well, what is life if not trying a little? So, I'll let you into my noggin and maybe you can help me hear the voice of God.
Clap Harriet on the shoulder.
That is wonderful news. We are so excited to have the opportunity to be able to
Work on a specimen such as yourself. Thank you
He gives like
Oh,
just
man.
a curt nod.
to this blossoming relationship. Unlike, I'm sure, your tight-lipped Union ships, you are more than welcome to watch. In fact, you can be there, just don't touch anything.
I think the most important thing for us is when this is over, obviously an explanation, but also a detailed log of what took place in an explanation so we can have that.
You'll be able to connect to the same computers I'm using, the same devices.
you'll have unrestricted access. This is as much a learning process as it is for you and
And for me,
And are you sure you want to do this?
yes, Harriet, are you sure you want to do this?
He cracks his neck and like kind of takes the sniper rifle off his shoulder and hands it to Rezabel, and he just goes,
I mean, he was kind of ready to get his nervous system hot wired. So.
It took a last minute reversal to avoid us doing this personally, and we've come this far. What's a 100% success rate?
Wait,
it would be a shame to sully my perfect reputation.
At a time like this,
I would never.
Alexa, play Surgery Gone Wrong.
I shoulder his rifle for him.
Surgery danger.
Well, let's set the table.
Follow me!
Alright, Herod follows.
The
Yeah.
subalterns, you're in the room, almost like a flaming granny. Welcome to the
Almost
game.
like
Almost like a
Fire
flaming
grandma.
granny. As soon as you say, let's do this, and unsling your sniper rifle, the entire room starts to shift, almost like one of those puzzle rooms, or like, what's that game, Catherine? You know, when the walls come out?
Yeah.
Like it shifts out, unfolds a square into this bed. These other surgery hands, like giant car assembly hands, come out of the walls, almost like tentacles wreathing down into the ground. Different technical and surgical devices. It's extremely unsettling because of how alien it looks. And even more so because you know that it is Shiogo controlling it all at once. This room is him. He is this room. He only pretends to be the subalterns so that you have a humanoid shape to look at when you're talking.
Yeah.
But the entire thing comes out, and this almost like disco ball lowers down out of the center. You would recognize it as a casket for an NHP.
Cool. That's some casket.
Oh no. Okay.
I apologize. This is obviously what I really look like, but
Oh.
you tend to be more uncomfortable or comfortable with
the human form, so I thought it would be beneficial.
Oh, I thought that was for Herod. Oh, no, you
I
look
feel like it's a bit of both.
No,
You
this
look
is for me.
just fine. Very interesting. Very impressive.
Come, children, let's get to work.
I sit in my seat and I keep my hands and feet inside the ride at all times.
You guys are able to get as close. There's kind of like an obvious perimeter of where you can be, but you have 100% access to everything that's happening here. The subalterns snap into business mode and instantly go to like taking off certain parts of the arms, putting on different tools.
I hand Herod go over to him kind of a little aside, one of the purple smoked home rolled smokes, and press it to his lapel and go, "This needs to be smoked when you get out of the surgery."
This will be after. Got it. Slips it in, takes off his headband, revealing like his like metal scarring wound on his forehead. Just hands the bandana over to Rezabel. You can just at this point you can just hold on to my shit.
Smoking is
Tie it around the rifle barrel.
even encouraged, if you would like. Just please designate to
The smoking area.
I'm sure we will make use of that after the surgery.
Zane will 100% might be a little bit too nosy, and he's gonna look at like every tool they're gonna use, kind of like a ooh, what is that? Ooh, what is that? Ooh,
Piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy.
The surgery starts. You are Herod. You are sedated unless you choose not to be.
Absolutely sedate.
It gives you the option.
Don't sedate him.
And you are instantly washed over with a numb sleep that hits you extremely fast. No period of like where you hear the saws starting up or anything like that. It is just instant like, yes, I want to be sedated, and he's like, good, poof, and you're gone, like instantly. Okay. Fair choice. And as the surgery begins, you notice this is pretty quick. It takes about 45 minutes, and it's all focused only on his brain. It is 100%. They're not pulling out anything else. They are just looking at his brain. The hard part to watch is when they have him held up almost like Christ-like, sort of.
Crucified?
Yeah, he's not crucified, but he's held up and kind of hunched over the side, like as if he's like, if here's the table, he's laying like that with his arms out, and they remove the brain and his spine out, like it kind of curls up out of his body. You can see his vital signs continue to be fine. But he is, like I said, laying over like this, but the actual spine and brain, similar kind of to what you saw, what they had done with Absalom. But it was obviously just like this, like beat up, fucked up piece. Yeah, this is a perfectly working brain. You can see it pumping. You can see it still kind of breathing.
I grab both Zane and Belle's hands and I just squeeze and like, oh.
Oh, that's nasty.
It's like iron grip.
I'm
like,
watching
stop it.
just as intently as I watched with Kat, and just ready to hold my breath at that critical moment of.
This is an absolutely beautiful specimen.
Look at it. It's perfect.
Be careful with it.
I
I'm
don't know.
sweating
Dream
so bad.
of doing anything wrong to this. It would be a waste.
Oh, it's beautiful. Now, here comes the fun part.
As the casket, the disco ball is lowered down a little bit more, and a individual single needle comes out and goes right in the back where the spine and the brain connect. It's very long,
Oh, that.
but it's the only reason you're able to even see it is because of the sun or the medical lights glinting off it. It looks almost like spider wire, like it's that thin. A spider web, sorry. Spider wire sounds cool though.
Spiderwire sounds sick. I like it.
Yeah, that's probably a thing. Stupid internet.
It is.
Fuck. And the it goes in, and there is a weird thrashing kind of that happens. Not like a fish out of water kind of, but just like jolts. Back and forth. Herod, you are suddenly awake. You don't see anything, but you hear a voice.
Herod? Herod?
Hello?
Are you in there? There you are. My sleeping beauty. I knew you'd be in here still.
So I imagine we're not done.
No, God, no. We are at the fun part, though. Are you ready?
Well, I mean, at this point, literally as ready as I could be.
Yes, it's true. At this point, you wouldn't have much of a choice. But I would respect your wishes. They would just be bold.
I would agree. I think at this point, the fact that I'm still thinking thoughts is encouraging, so fuck it.
Doing it live.
Intense staring at the surgical bed.
You, Herod, get a absolute banger of a headache. A insanely painful mind rip. Like it feels like what you look like to your friends right now is what you feel suddenly. Like you feel your entire brain and spine almost being removed out of your body as you're suddenly
Voice.
Hit back into the it'd be funnier if it was Shiogo explaining it. As you are suddenly pulled back out, and you can almost for a second you see what Shiogo sees. You see your friends over there, you see your body, and it's this point where you see your body that the pain kicks in, where you can feel that pain. You're not sure if it's real or if it's like a phantom pain that you should feel because it's fucking terrifying, or if it's actual pain. The difference, or the bad part is that it's impossible to tell the difference at this point. And then you are flooded with water. Drowning. Crushed over in a black ocean. And on the other side, while floating there in this ichor. You get to say it even when it's not D&D.
Did it.
You hear a voice. It's in an instant. It's only a moment. You can't make out any of the words. It is enunciated. There are sounds. But what you hear and what you feel is everywhere. A juggernaut titan voice erupting throughout your entire system, speaking not at you, but speaking nonetheless. And as you come back in,
Did you hear him?
I heard something through excruciating pain, and I think I saw me, which if you didn't have to do that, that might have. I feel sore still, and I
You can
heard
see
something.
through my eyes?
I did.
Interesting. That is extremely interesting.
Well, hopefully when we're out of this, you can explain to me. Did you hear it? What I heard?
I always.
Hear it.
I didn't understand it.
Let's go back.
the needle comes out of his the back of his brain, and it's that kind of uneasy feeling where you know it should have ended a while ago, but it just keeps coming out. And then about another 45 minutes, and they have him basically reassembled completely. There's a minor scar, but it's basically lasered away in a matter of minutes. And you are sealed back up. Your brain lowered slowly back into your flesh casket.
Casket.
Mm-hmm.
And you wake up in the most excruciating pain you have ever been in your life.
Am I like still upright, or am I like on a table? Because if I'm upright, I imagine I just go. Bloop.
You're laying like on a massage table because the surgery took place in the back, so you are
Okay.
kind of face down in a donut.
It's the best hospital ever. It's like ultimate.
You guys would just hear like like not a scream or yell, but somewhere between the two with like excruciated like no words. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's forever.
And I'm like trying to do like fingers and toes to make sure like the basic motor functions are still there.
Okay.
You took that great, Harrod. Welcome back.
How do you feel? Do you want some more morphine? We have a lot of morphine.
We just witnessed this, right? Like heard none of that. Just
Yeah,
kind
you
of got
only
to
you
see-
did
saw
not
his
you did
brain
not hear
come out,
any of the
needle.
voices.
In, out.
Yeah,
Done.
you saw the surgery happen. You saw the readings. Brain functions would be going like fluctuations. His readings would be off the charts when the
needle went
connection
in.
happened. Oh God. Okay, never mind. But yeah.
Pleased to know that you have more morphine, but I think once I'm physically able to get to the smoking area, I've got something for it.
The table is wheeled by two subalterns over to this tiny circle that's about like 3 feet, 3 feet wide, and they just put the gurney in front of or on top of this, and a hand reaches down into the donut and gives a smoke into your mouth.
I bite it to hold on to it, because if I'm still facing down or like at an angle, I'm just like holding on to it with dear life, smoking the purple drugs that were just provided to me.
Have
Absolutely.
you ever been in a Korean barbecue restaurant?
Yes.
You know the smoke pulls when you pull them down over the barbecue and it sucks up the smoke?
Yeah.
It's that comes down out of the ceiling and just all of the smoke is sucked up. None of it gets to anywhere except for that one suction space.
Cool.
Cleanliness is
Next to godliness.
What?
What?
What? What did you say?
So your friend is going to need a bit of time. Until he's back up to working order.
Alright.
Should
Not
we?
long.
What's
But,
the aftercare procedure? And where should we send the prescription?
Wait. While in there, you didn't see anything wrong with him.
I saw a lot right with him.
Which is honestly a bit more concerning. They're altering you in some way.
They're altering you in a way that makes sense to me.
And there we go.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I'm not sure what they're doing. It's very interesting.
I can't say that it's bad or good. It's just... is.
At what?
Is it-
Our microscopic
Aaron has probably
level?
passed out. The cigarette, the
Oh, yeah.
drug just fallen out of his mouth.
Hey,
Is
something
it,
turn lightning quick.
Grabs it before it hits the ground, and just puts it back in your mouth.
What was it, like, closer to perfection?
This is the dankest tab you've ever had. You have a headband and C sound for sure. One of those bullshits.
What did you say, Zane?
What is it? Closer to perfection? Is that what they're changing?
It
Almost.
depends on what...
You would consider perfect. I see lots of flaws in our design. I see a lot more in the human design.
But that depends on if you would consider yourselves designed or not.
Interesting.
Fair question now.
I have the advantage of knowing my God exists.
Well, I suppose after we get to speak to Herod, we'll hear if we got to hear God as well.
I would
Very
love
close.
to keep our communications open. Now, while I will never be able to communicate with you, you do have my little rock hopper, Cypress.
And while he does not know what I am, he is more than capable of delivering
Any sort of message to me directly. Through my
I don't
men.
know.
So,
And
If I'm like going in and out, I would just be like, there was a moment where we were communicating, and I was able to see through your eyes. Are you with me now, or something?
no, that would be an invasion of privacy. I'm not with you. I'm still... The subaltern points up. Right there.
right where you left me. Right where I will always be until hellfire is rained down.
On our adorable little commerce system.
Squid, has Shiogo made any mention or like recognition of our Guinevere in all of this? Like in
No, she shut down.
she got iced out, but he or they.
Yeah, if he wanted to know about it, it's basically blacked out. So like
Okay.
the entire kind of communications file is just like system not found. It's
Right,
404
and
error.
Gwen is in the communications file. Okay,
Exactly.
gotcha.
Is he gonna provide like the team with a diagnostic or something that we can?
He's giving
Okay.
you, like I said, he's giving you full access to the file to look over. Everything he got, he's giving to you.
Okay.
Commerce. I do this.
Yeah.
You get this. I hope in the future we can remain in contact. Anything that's sold or bought
Will eventually come through Genshia.
So do we owe you now or something, or is this just sort of a show of good faith?
We had a whole conversation about it.
Dear Isabel, I have gotten much more from you already than...
I've gotten from anyone in the last 100 years.
Hey, not just friends to friends. I was just checking.
So at this point, the subalterns have kind of taken over again. Those starting and stopping, like music box kind of dancers almost. It looks like when they change voices. Like I said, they stop in that mid move, and the other one starts talking.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Offering. But no. You've done more than enough, and I'm sure you will continue to do more and more. Just remember,
Genshia is neutral. I'm not going to be your war dog.
but I will help you when I can.
Duly noted.
I appreciate it.
He's awake. That man is a fighter.
You're telling us. When can we see him?
You can wheel him out now if you'd like. He's yours to take.
If he is amicable to being wheeled, we'll see.
You'll do the wheeling. I just can't move, really.
Wait, Shogo,
Yes.
Mori is
Yes.
in an HP. And
Of course she is. And she's yours, is she? Do you control her, or does she control you? Or is it mutually beneficial?
no control. She gamed me through the OmniNet, and I died when R&D removed her from my circuits. But
The
she's
NHP found
in a
you?
hospital. Yes. But she
Interesting.
doesn't speak like you, or like the other NHPs.
She's
I
a
want to
baby.
help her.
A
Okay.
newborn. Is that what you're telling me? Is she here? I don't feel her.
No. I can't take her yet. The casket's too large, and I almost lost her on our last mission.
The emotions in your voice. You'd
She
swear
cares
you
very much.
cared about us.
Amazing. You Lancers truly are a new breed.
She gave up oxygen to save that Mori.
I love it. And I love all of you now. We're all a family. Commerce will bring us all together. Secrets will glue us together. And our everlasting future will be brought bright by a mutual...
Really beneficial experience. Anything else I can do for you? Okay.
Starts to fold out as these tiny
Well,
what are they called?
squid.
Drones? These drones start scrubbing. Yeah. There's a
As
lot
it
of
said
blood.
that, as it said that, actually, Zane would go, "Yeah, there was one last thing." But
What is it?
if we could meet in your office instead.
This is my office.
You are in my office.
In the other place.
Do you not like needles, Zane?
No, I just don't like that there's so much blood when I'm talking with someone.
Are you looking for a private meeting?
Yes.
I find that a bit concerning.
Why?
You don't trust your teammates to hear what you're going to say.
No, that's not it.
What
I
is
just
it?
I'm just used to have business meeting in private.
We're already iced out still, aren't we?
You are? As long as you're in this room, no communications in or out.
Oh, well, I guess it's just a bad habit of mine.
If there's something you wish to discuss privately, I would be more than happy to do so. But
By all means, Zane.
that is
Thanks.
a bad habit to get into as a team.
Oh,
Friends, as they speak right now, heart rates rise. Eyebrows furrow. Perhaps it would be valiant for you to speak it publicly if you'd like.
But if you would still like a private meeting, I am more than happy.
To oblige.
He looks over to the team.
Hands pockets.
Well, it's kind of just a personal request, so it has nothing to do with the team, really. That's why I was more of asking to a private meeting. It has nothing to do with what we just did.
Mine is more of a conversation of what is good for the goose is good for the gander.
And Zane is just gonna look at the rest of the team just to kind of get their approval. If he sees that they're concerned, he will just give up and ask right now. Otherwise, he will go ahead.
Aaron's in a wheelchair, in and out. So
Yeah, well,
no input from the guy who has brain removed.
Thanks for the confidence, Harrod.
we've wheeled over to the 3-foot smoking area, and so
I'm not gonna stop you. Kat won't stop you.
Alright.
Hold on.
But she will look at you funny.
What about Vandal? Will she look at him funny?
we got hands in pockets. Up to you, Captain, and a wheel away with Herod as she got tired of the conversation.
All right. And yeah, let's
You
go.
guys
Let's go.
You guys get outside as you feel your ice come back in, and instantly you get a ping from Guinevere, like right away. We'll get right back to you, Zane.
Yeah.
Like she's not communicating. You know she only is capable of communicating if you allow her access.
Discreet
You want
access.
to Zane first, or
No,
However you
I'm
want.
saying just to you guys real quick. Like she comes in.
Yeah, discreet, not full, visual to everybody access, but
Yeah, but she open comms.
sure.
Are you okay, Alexis? What happened? I lost communication with you.
we didn't know that would be a side effect of the private conversation we needed to have, but it turns out it needed to be very private. Sorry that you got
But you are
mixed into
fine.
that.
You're okay.
We are safe.
Yep,
We
we're
are
okay.
stable. Situation normal.
Okay.
As
I'm
normal as
happy
it
to
can
hear
be.
it. I get nervous when you're off site.
You care. Thanks, Gwendolyn.
Of course. You're on my notes. Good luck. Come home soon. Come home safe.
Nod.
Thanks, Gwen.
So, Zane, what is it that was so important? You couldn't speak about it in front of your teammates.
It's something personal. I just don't like involving people in things that are only personal.
Interesting.
Listen. What you have here is extremely interesting. It definitely piqued my interest. And I was just wondering if, in the event that I would need it, would I be able to use your facilities in some sort of way? Of course, I'm not asking to do that for free. But yeah. Maybe having
There's something much more concerning that I am curious about. Why is it your friends could not hear this?
No, again, it's as I said, it was
Zane,
nothing.
I am familiar with your type. Your talk around information, the zigzag of the CEO room. That's not the case. I'm just curious.
No,
You can
as I said,
if there's something you don't want to say, you can simply say, I wish not to speak it. I don't need the runaround.
no, as I said, it was something personal, nothing terrible or grand. It was something personal, and I just don't like to involve other people in my personal affairs. I'm just asking because I got curious, and I need to satiate my curiosity here.
You are
Weird.
Yeah,
But like
I know.
spoke before, of course, this is available to you, as everything is. It's an exchange.
What's available to me is available to you.
See, it's yeah, it is weird to me when someone just says that, and without having something in return of, substance. So at the same time, I guess I'm trying to see what's your angle on this.
What do you mean?
Why are you helping us so willingly?
I told you, I'm interested.
Oh,
It's an interesting situation.
I can get that.
Makes me extremely nervous.
I can get that. Well, alright then. As I said, it was nothing grand, nothing terrible. It's just personal. That's it.
In the future, if Union comes sniffing around here, I would appreciate your assistance in keeping them out.
There we go. Of course. That would be my pleasure.
Mutually beneficial.
As always. Alright. That's it.
Takes a drink of his stupid bitch juice.
Drink of his bone-hurting juice.
Yeah, you guys come out. It's about 5 minutes before Zane meets you guys after Gwen calls. Herod, you're conscious, but in pain.
So, how is your talk with God? I ask between the occasional puff whenever he seems to be able to get a couple of words out.
Unintelligible bullshit gobbledygook, I guess.
Worth it?
Man, that's not surprising.
I mean, once we get the readout, maybe we'll have a better understanding of whether that was worth it. But if anything,
If anything,
you
we
could
know
say
their
this
offerings.
confirms some of our suspicion that maybe the NHPs are closer to us now.
Yeah.
You know, there's a reason you get along with Lancelot so well, maybe him.
It was just a charmer. Fuck.
Look at his face. Who could resist that?
We thought, Hurt.
That's when Zane comes through the doors right behind you.
Like, I gently massage Herod's temple, like, oh.
How'd
Sort of like,
Speaking of chats, how'd yours go?
Oh, perfectly
Short
fine.
order.
As I said, it was just something personal. Just wanted to know if I could have access to a couple of things of his.
you want to use his body?
No. I said a couple of things of his. The whole station is his, so.
Well, yeah.
You know.
The whole
Yeah.
station is him.
Half the station is his.
Well, the interesting half.
Yeah. So you guys kind of figure out the lay of the land now. You notice those faceless are completely sectioned off to here. They only come in when they're looking for someone specific. And they're not like a secret police or anything like that, but they just, like, anything that happens inside the trade area happens completely open. It's free. There is literally an open market. Drugs, weapons, crazy animals, all this kind of stuff is just being exchanged openly. And the faceless are designated only to the Genshia clean side.
And he said anywhere we see a subaltern,
It's him.
he's there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you didn't see any in the market.
Okay.
The only one you saw was the train that dropped you off.
Really
It sounded
quick,
oddly familiar now.
Kat,
Yeah.
in all of your, Mori research and whatnot, have you come across any NHP cascading for 50 years?
No. And I'm afraid to tell Maury about it.
There are no records of cascading going well.
And if you know, as much as you to take it easy over there, but this talk of God has come up before with fate and war and those feathers and her eyes.
The fate and war situation was specifically with Maury. Lancelot didn't have any of that.
None of that was different. But as we just learned, Maury's a baby?
Yeah.
What is that to say? So Shiogo is one of the most
I wonder what she'll look like. You know, like Lancelot or Merlin.
I think she sort of
Maternal.
So cool.
Very maternal question.
I wonder what my daughter's gonna grow up
What's
to
my
be.
daughter gonna look like?
Mhm.
Dude, I had the coolest game of D&D with my kid today.
The pictures were so
Gold
cute.
40.
40 gold. His ending item that he chose to get, I was just like, come up with something you think would be cool. He was like, a house that fits in your hand and turns into a house when you throw it. And I was like,
Nice.
It's a capsule
Catapult
core.
house.
It's a
Yeah,
capsule core from Dragon
Yeah.
Ball. That's fucking cool as hell.
yeah, that was his choice. Or what's that, like
Right.
the fortress? I forget what
Already
this
a
fortress
young
called.
realtor.
Absolutely.
It also had
Real
unlimited
estate.
ice cream. There was a lot of ice cream involved in this adventure. Anyways,
Pretty great.
so yeah, you guys are free to go. Stay if you want. Your
No.
wounds heal up extremely fast. You're still in pain, but to a point where you can hide it pretty well.
All right.
if you-
I think before we go back to Spear, we need to pour over the readouts from Shiogo and understand fully what we said. Because I was in and out when I came back too, so
Yeah,
maybe
I'm
you guys
not,
can enlighten me and we can go over this together.
I'm not a
Some of it is
specialist.
altering this.
I'm not a
Sorry.
specialist of biology, but we can try to get it over.
Doesn't
doing
hurt to
something.
just.
But also, I think we should do that in a nice vacation resort, not a dump.
I mean, I don't think that there are vacation resorts here.
You don't learn anything if it's not a dump.
Besides, it's
No,
got
you learn-
character.
You learn plenty.
Let's do this. Let's go back and
Zane, what do you hold on?
our next. Okay.
What do you really have against this market?
It
Besides
smells.
the
It's
smell,
terrible.
because that I will plug up
There
your
is-
snoot if I have to.
There is bugs and weird shit everywhere. It's
There are
not
not bugs on your
sanitary.
planet. The Baron needs bug free.
Yes.
I want you to buy something from this market before we leave, or I'm not getting on that
Did.
ship. Did you?
Yes.
Where
Look,
is it?
I made this from the things that I bought, and
And
also
what the
I
heck
present
is
the little.
that?
I present the little cardboard box with the Game Boy. Also bought this.
Look!
It's fine.
How dare you! I bought a Game Boy!
No, it's empty. It's just a box.
Yeah, it was a
Oh,
it was the Pokemon Blue or Red box.
Yeah.
alright, well, I'm sorry it didn't turn out, but
Which is
Good.
why
if
I
you
say
get places
we
like
should-
this,
we should have a,
Hey,
a
killer.
nice, relaxing time. You know, getting a Venusian massage somewhere.
Look, maybe after we kill the pirates and figure out what the hell's going on, you can pick the next off-site excursion, and you can take us to your mommy's favorite resort or whatever.
No, it's mine.
this has swimming.
It's my favorite resort.
Mom took
Alright.
me there the
The
first time.
pineapple juice at my resort.
Yeah.
Alright, any last minute shopping and anyone else?
No, I'm good.
Last
But,
minute reading, please.
That was an extremely fruitful
Yes,
going out.
That's quite the contact you have there, Harriet. Who knew they found this place, hurling on the rock through space somewhere.
The thing is, when you interact with people who make their entire career on interacting with others, it pays off, I suppose.
Networking. I've been hearing about it for a very long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I scan for any distress signals in the area?
Let's go.
Tangent.
Distress calls coming like
I'm just
to
scanning,
what you were
like,
looking
for radar.
for, like the rumor you heard.
Just yeah, like for the area. Like I'm just curious. Are there any distress calls coming out?
None at the moment, no.
Okay.
So what I want to do is like just go over all of the data and readouts and writings that he provided, because I imagine he would have given us enough to go on, right?
Let's go to our luscious
it's
hotel room.
it's literally it's thorough. It's there's nothing left out.
So on a I guess that probably requires a lot of time to sit down and review and stuff to really glean what we need to. But is there like a top line takeaway that we can get at the start before we head back? Like
Sure.
just a quick.
I mean, a top line takeaway is that you were able to see through Shiogo's eyes, which he said was hilarious. You were also spoken to by what Shiogo called God, which is also something he found very funny, and that your brain is being altered.
And
We are
he wasn't
being
sure that item 1 and 2 would even happen. It was kind of like a discovery, right? Like
That's right.
that. Okay. And we can make the assumption that like those two things wouldn't happen with a normal human brain, right?
They would not. No.
Okay.
Yes, and Gwen was quite concerned with our lost contact.
Yeah. I mean,
I just
I'm not
informed
trying
her.
to yeah. Okay. I'm not trying to throw you off or anything, but she was
No,
she was
not
just
at
like worried mother.
Yeah.
No, she should be worried.
Yeah,
Does
like,
anyone-
like Lancer's offsite suddenly not dying, and also like you're clearly still alive because you didn't show
Oh,
back
right
up in
on.
R&D. But something
Oh, I gotcha.
like you guys are, yeah, it would be a CIA platoon suddenly going dark without
Yeah.
any notice.
Yeah, no.
We
And
lost
there's
her.
no like recording of my mental interactions. Like that would have been impossible to record, right? So like
Which
we
part?
don't have like my conversation with him when I was out, like having my out of body.
Only the
and then,
fluctuations.
Okay.
Only the brain spikes.
But there would be noticeable spikes during the God.
You remember
conversation.
perfect. Oh God, yeah, no, that shit was wonky. That looks like a dubstep concert.
Nice.
And do you say I remember perfectly?
Yep.
What I heard?
Mm-hmm. It doesn't make
Oh!
sense. Like it's
No, but I have perfect recollection of what I heard. Not like it might have been this, but like I know what I heard.
If,
You heard
yeah,
that
I mean,
through that
your mouth is not capable of making the
Of making-
sounds
yeah.
required, nor are you capable of writing it down because it's exactly what you heard, right?
Yeah,
Like,
but it's in there.
it's in there. You heard
Okay.
God.
Perfect.
If only
talked
had a
to God.
cybernetic.
Damn, you did it.
I got talked at by God, I think.
He's
You
the
gotta
Pope
learn. You
now.
gotta learn synth now.
Or do you feel different besides, the physical discomfort?
I feel like that might be a question for tomorrow when I can get a better read on what normal feels like, if that makes sense.
For like the next hour as we wheel our way back around and eventually I assume maybe make our way back to our travel arrangements or ship.
Absolutely, yeah.
What-
It's totally
I
fair.
heard-
Ajax
heard-
and Zipper are with you, but like only there just to make sure you don't throw shit. they're not like guns out or like nervous or anything. They're just like a chauffeur.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Pleasure. It's always nice to see new faces. They both laugh at each other.
Hey, just real quick, if I may be so bold as to ask, why?
So we don't want to be found.
Was this an opportunity you wanted, all of this?
Very much so. I'm thankful to the CEO for what he's done for us. We all are, which is why we're here. He's a good man.
It's
Oh,
good
that
thing-
he is.
Haven't heard enough,
I've only heard good things.
but I'm glad to hear that you are all happy. Not being found.
This is the safest place for us.
I understand. I'm not.
How long
I mean,
have you
not to
been on
pry.
site?
Sorry, what did you say first, Banshee?
I said, I understand. I mean, not to pry. I'm sorry.
And Herod, what was that?
Oh, never mind. She makes a good point. I shouldn't pry.
It would be a pretty weird thing to pry on a man who said he's happy to be hidden.
Very tactless of me. I just had my brain taken out and adjusted.
You're looking good. I can tell you, I would have stayed on the opium. I would have stayed on the.
I mean, opium would do it
Me
too.
too.
Opium would also do it. Yeah, I would have stayed on the
Morphine.
morphine if it was me. But hey, more power to you, pal. Whatever gets your rocks off.
Oh, Herod is a strong dude.
I see that.
Dave.
If you hit the chair, I grunt very loud.
I scoot the chair forward. Okay, all right. Well, it's been great chatting with you. Give our regards to, the big guy upstairs, and we'll be on our way. Yeah, whack.
Yeah, I think we're done here.
Yes, we're done.
But again, thank you for your kindness. We'll remember it.
I hope to see you again. And I'm sure CEO does too.
I'm sure you will. Space is funny like that.
You guys fly
Very-
back.
It's very small.
You guys fly back. It's a week on a kind of nice ship. Like I said, kind of like a limousine equivalent of a spaceship. There's small beds and everything, and services like a private jet, I guess would be a better way to describe it. But it's an uneventful kind of week where you fly back.
Happy to work on some of the supplies and stuff that collected on the way. Make use of that time, but
Yeah, anything. If there's something you'd like to do I mean, the limited resources on the ship. It's not like a research facility. It's not a.
yeah, no. But
medical
brought up
facility.
supplies for that. My kidnapped prisoner papoose.
I
So I have that
Your
actively.
prisoner Bjorn.
Yeah. So whatever I can do to start prepping that and helping the techie brains with those readings, I will happily attempt to. But for the most part, Belle's gonna bury herself into some mechanical handiwork.
All right.
yeah, we're gonna definitely work on that. Even though Zane isn't that good with anything organic.
We also had to discuss these distress calls, this ping to pirates. Yuntal's probably crying in his office somewhere.
It's 2 weeks alone, just nothing but scotch.
And cascading in HP for 50 years that was the most sane.
That is the one that kind of hits you a bit different. Is that the concept that something can? Why no mech police arc? This is the mech police arc. The fact that everything everything you've read, is saying that cascading is absolutely fucking terrible. Like it can be nuclear in a lot of situations.
Mhm.
But what this Shiogo has told you is that he cascaded and gone on the other side. He didn't say what the process was or what it was like or what he did, but he
There was a
did it.
Go on the other side bit of there that was spoken about.
I mean, I just worded it that way. You
Just
have
checking
no
if
way.
that was-
Yeah, you have no way to know without specifically talking. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
This is OOC, but I just mean like he didn't go into details. He just told you that he cascaded about 50 years ago.
Yeah, but then in context, right? We've been talking to Lancelot. Lancelot had a point in time where they were peaking towards
Yes.
cycling, so it seemed. Herod had that crazy diffusal moment.
Yep.
So now that we've talked to Lancelot post that conversation,
Mhm.
we just. This is a pretty sane NHP for the theory of cascading that we've been taught it. Right,
Seems like it.
The only thing I would say is that
people who vouch for him.
Lancelot was also slowly becoming impaired by his potential cascade.
Yeah.
Right, so it's personality based. Like just like people have the tendency to potentially become a psychopath or sociopath, NHP has the potential to explode and to go into, God mode.
So, my
So we're
my
cascading innocent people, maybe. As I'm just.
The theory
Oh,
you're Pepe Sylvain like crazy in there.
my own theory is just the cascading is some sort of adolescent crisis,
I don't think it's as bad as
No,
everyone's
Like a pure.
yeah.
saying.
No, adolescent crisis. You know when you first become an adolescent and you become a teenager. Sorry, a teenager crisis. Yeah, adolescence.
Like puberty.
Yeah, puberty crisis where you kind of, you flip on a medal sometimes in many things, and you kind of change a lot during that time. I think it might just be something like that, where a cycling would just revert them to a baby stage where they have to kind of learn more again.
Maury doesn't
So-
talk like them, though.
And I think it's
but we're all infants are different, right? They're not all the same, but they're all gonna kind of evolve and have changes, and the cascading process might just be part of that change. And depending on what the NHP lived or did beforehand, might dictate what the cascading does. Kind of, if you lived if the NHP lived a good life, had was always surrounded by nice people, it might just cascade into something nice. But since most NHP are used to work and do menial tasks, and often I assume might not be the most well-regarded people in their environment, then it might turn bad. I think
nature nurture of NHPs.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm making a. How do I say? I'm making a. I'm just trying to make a. How do you say that? I lost the word in English. I lost the word in English.
En français.
Yeah. No, I don't know it in French either. I lost my French a long time ago. I'm just trying to draw some parallels between the two. Just trying to.
We should be careful not to think of these things in terms that we, as humans, can grasp.
But why not?
Cycling puts NHPs back into a frame and reality that we understand as humans.
Yeah, and a kid is very easy to understand.
And I think I'm not disagreeing that clearly there is something wrong here in the understanding of what it is, but I think it is dangerous for us to start making assumptions based on our current frame of thought.
I'm just saying this is my theory. That's it. I'm just saying, what I think, what's going on, and why that particular NHP that said cascading 50 years ago might have not went wrong. It might have been because it was already surrounded by what it liked, which seemed to be commerce. So, it might have not went wrong because of that.
Well, and I think that hits on what I was thinking, and to sort of piggyback off that thought.
Okay.
I don't understand enough about NHPs, but it seems like NHPs also have, maybe not core directives, but focuses or, they all have personalities, but it also seems that they have function, or, as Zane put it, maybe interest. So, if Shiogo's original core directive came into this world focused on commerce, his cascade isn't as risky, because once he views commerce outside of something that we understand, commerce still involves working with people, right? And working with humanity, so it is not dangerous.
Yeah.
I think it's subjective. People and NHPs, that much is clear, but we have a power over NHPs that puts us in a unique position.
But often we have that power because they allow us to have it.
I think we can all agree that someone is writing the rulebook and is probably lying about what this stuff means.
Yeah.
This is bad.
Yes, well, I suppose we shall find out. What is that?
And you guys come into the familiar grav lift or maglocks of Spear Academy,
Home sweet home.
and are brought into the toll gate again.
It smells nice and aesthetic.
The toll gate again, as always, pulls you in, and there is a moment where you feel the entire ship being scanned, your bodies and shit included, and you're let in. Of course.
Hey, Lancers, welcome back. It's been a while.
It has been a while, Lancelot.
Welcome back to the town. There is a beautiful 32-degree weather in here. That's
Anything,
it's still sterile.
Anything crazy happen while we were away?
Nope, been pretty quiet. Boring even.
Yeah.
And what about you guys? Anything fun?
Hold it up, pick a pillar. Oh yeah,
Oh, great! That's adorably weird.
isn't it?
Yeah, I love it.
Hold up
What the heck? I don't know.
Herod's head. You know.
Have you checked on the breeding habits?
I look into the little tank that Cat has on her back. Have we been observing anything weird over the last week, breeding-wise, or building their nest-wise, or?
I'll take that as a no. Alright, well, keep a close monitor on them, and I'll make sure to maybe should I have someone swing by, check them out, to give them a scan, or...
Perhaps if we end up being called out on mission or emergency, good to know. Good to have somebody who knows they're in the turtle shell. Yes.
Sure, listen, I love animals. I'd be happy to help. Alright, well, welcome home.
Well, I could ever give you something in exchange, Lancelot. Let us know. Oh, I didn't think about that, Cat. What?
Oh, and Lancelot, if you happen to see, and I see it like scurry out of my jacket or something, if you see that, just know that it's mine and make sure it finds its way.
Yeah,
Hey!
that one's concerning. Ooh, look
Aaron.
at that little fucker.
Just,
Yes.
I pick him up, he bites my hand, I'm like, this is the 5th fucking time! Today!
Extremely violent.
You've got a glove on by now.
I'm
Shows
sure.
We gotta
sure-
get him wheels.
I'm sure Mel would like to meet those.
Don't you fucking dare.
I'd like to make a formal request for a
Might make
a
something
special
delicious
terrarium
out of it.
in my room.
That's above my pay grade, but I'm more happy
not
to.
the Lancelot.
Alright, good luck. See ya.
Sorry,
Yeah.
not the Lancelot, to God.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just doing the
Terrarium.
paperwork.
Terrarium is easily available to Lancers, should
have
you
the
seek.
Hell
I'll have
yeah.
to go up through the vents and connect my room to Belle's room to her
Oh,
tank,
Yes.
so that they have like a cool thing that they can run around in.
Roll a. Each of you roll a d20. Vandal and
So prepped for my animal handling check.
Damn it.
This is D&D, wow!
Wow, 6 and
Um,
16.
within the first couple hours, you notice for whatever reason, both the Pickapillars set up shop in Legacy's room and have walled off the exit to yours.
I think it's because of that weird smell that was in there a while back.
I don't know what it is. It wasn't me. Definitely wasn't me.
No, I just think they like it. I just don't take offense. I'm gonna shut my door and just let them kind of make my room a biome.
They start, yeah. They've instantly already started walling off one section.
Does your room not have good oxygen?
Well, it's. I'm trying to keep their terrarium somewhat contained to a corner, but for the most part, it should. I know there's a lot of like smoke and vapors in the air, but
am I able to check do a scan on the air
their
quality
health.
in Belle's room?
They're not smart. They are. You've noticed they are adorably stupid in a lot of ways, where they have bumped into each other and just kind of chosen another direction, almost like Roombas, and just start You saw them do it. They bumped into each other and both sniffed, kind of climbed over each other, looked where it was, and just kind of walked up the wall, kind of fell down, reset themselves, and started making a wall backwards and backing themselves into a corner.
Got it. Right. They're just trying to figure it out. They're just trying to kind of live their little.
You remember when you found them? They were through a series of self-made walls and in the back.
Yep.
They are
a fortress. Oh.
Yeah. So they are going to choose one space, and always wall off the other one.
That's awesome.
Still a bunch of walls. Got it.
They would be extremely uncomfortable if there wasn't an opening.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put a camera in
there. It's their way to be at home. If there wasn't an opening, they'd start sealing off just sections for no reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. To make one.
Perfect. Yeah. They have plenty to seal off.
Great.
Yeah. They might even like the sound of a motorcycle monster just on the other side, just to really make them feel at home.
Yeah.
Cat gets on the other side, just starts throwing her shoulder into the goop. You can see.
What are they doing?
All right.
Yeah. Well,
the pillar's settled.
We'll take our, unless there's something. Does anyone else want to do something before we go into the next kind of day?
Oh, the only thing that I want is if in that I'm not smart enough, but I would hope if there's any other information I could glean in a week on that readout stuff. That's all Harrod's focused on is kind of what was happening in his brain.
Yeah, it's all kind of Chinese to you in this situation. You don't have a particularly lush history in the medical field, or brain readings, or cybernetics, or NHPs for that matter. Outside of your recent experiences, so you're able to focus in obviously on certain points where you tripped balls and talked to that, and that sound of whatever it was saying continues to play in your head.
Okay.
But there's very little outside of that you're able to kind of new information, I suppose.
Okay.
But obsessively, compulsively going over it constantly is absolutely on par.
Yeah.
Every 30 seconds.
Before I forget, could I imagine as Lancer we kind of have a high, quote unquote military or something like that,
Lancer confidentiality access.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Top dogs.
Yep.
So, I would like to just request that if anything, anyone is like, oh, let's go. If anything goes, investigate
Genshia.
the Genshia. Just ping me. Just let me know if anything comes up in any of the records, the documents, or anything like that, saying oh, hey, those guys are doing something weird. Let's go see them. Just ping me. Just let me know. That's it.
Keep our eyes peeled for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Part of your kind of agreement.
So can we, as a group, agree that we'll be a little more tight-lipped about our secrets?
Yes, definitely.
I know everyone's very frustrated, but I mean, as I said, sometimes you have to take a little leap of faith, and it is abnormal for me to do what I did. So don't expect that I'm just going to fly fast and loose with the next thing that comes our way. But I hear you.
You're nothing if not reliable. It's more so just we never know who might be listening. The years.
Yeah.
are everywhere these days, and ice or no ice, that can get around, and that could do some interesting things to our reputation.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to say anything.
No, not them.
No.
You never know how that
And-
works. The
In
information.
the room we were in, there might have been some ears.
I think the secret that we gave is not really a secret to the world.
Not really, but if something of is more mutually beneficial than us comes up to Shiogo, I don't put it past them to, I'm not sure, interpret it in a way that might make sense to them and not to us.
Well,
That's all I'm saying.
as I said to you before, given what you are saying, I of course will honor what you're asking, and I think that with what we received, we will continue to learn a lot, and the secret that we sort of traded for is probably more important than what we gave for it. So I think that we should hold on to as well. Not as leverage, but to make sure that information that was given to us does not make its way out.
No, I hear you, but at the end of the day, if you are all right, then I argue that is a worthwhile venture we took.
Better than doing it here, and I gestured to where we almost.
The scalpel we left on the table on our way out. Yeah. All right, I'm going to bed.
Good night.
I go get Maury from the trench and I just have her sleep in my room. I take the microwave and I put it in my room.
She sleeps.
Sweet
sleeps.
sound.
Out of bed.
She sleeps with the microwave in her arm.
I'm worried about her.
No, you're more than capable of doing that. It's your NHP. Yes. As you
Use my microwave.
you bring her in, and that's where we'll take our break.
Alright.
I think. If you guys are good, you guys good?
Yep.
Good.
I'm good.
All right, we'll be right back. Chat room.
Pinging.
In 10 minutes. I don't think my kid's asleep because he's a maniac. Wait, what music should I put on? I'm gonna put on some cool bit tunes because I've been.
Put some danger. Put some danger music.
Squid clips.
Looking
Squid
for
lips.
royalty-free music? Check out
I am looking
Epidemic.
for royalty-free music. Let's put on Disaster of Passion. Maze theme, let's go! Yeah!
Over time, most things fade away. Isn't that right? All of the memories dissolve.
God, it's a good ass song. I don't care what anyone says.
Squid.
Yeah.
I would appreciate it if for today and next week, if we can finish around maximum 11, and if possible 10, just for the next 2 weeks.
How many
Because I'm
weeks?
starting this today and next week.
Yeah, we can end at 12 today.
Not 12.
Well, 12 my time. Right.
Yeah.
So it's
Maximum
10 from your end.
11. Yeah, maximum 11, but 10 if possible. Just so I can get some sleep before work. Because I am starting a lot sooner.
What time do you have to be at work at?
I need to be up at 5.
That's pretty early.
Mm-hmm. And I'm already having a hard time adjusting, so I'm already super tired.
Stop staying up and masturbating to hentai, bro. It's easy.
I can't. I'm too used to like going to bed at the same time every day for like the past 3 years now.
Fair.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble getting back into a groove where I wake up at a time that makes sense.
Yeah. Like I can't even do. Back in the day, I would just do like I would work the evening shift or the night shift, and I would love it. But right now, I couldn't. I wouldn't be able to do it. I'd die immediately. I am not a morning person, but I prefer to wake up in the morning.
We don't even know the capabilities of this prototype yet. It was made to expand the scope of human experience. You know, it can lift thousands of pounds and it can step over like 2 or 3.
Oh god. They've made real mechs.
They made what?
They've made real mechs.
What is real mechs?
Hold on, I'm gonna put it on the stream.
Oh my god. I'm not watching this stream.
We don't even know.
Because you told us not to do it.
Hmm? Oh no, you can. You can. Sorry, you can for chat, but let me see. I need a. There we go.
Know the capabilities of this prototype yet. It was made to expand the scope of human experience. You know, it can lift thousands of pounds and it can step over like 2, 3, 4 foot objects. The sky's the limit. My name is Jonathan Tippett. I'm a mechanical engineer, an inventor, entrepreneur, some would say a mad scientist. I've always kind of been interested in building. When I was a kid, it was plasticine, dinosaurs, and Lego
and he's from
spaceships,
BC. No, well.
Cars,
that means he'll use it for evil, for sure.
Yeah. Better and more powerful tools.
Nothing good ever came out of the West Coast.
I graduated from UBC in 1999, mechanical engineering. I went to Burning Man around 2003, and I kind of got inspired by the amazing creations you see there. And
look at him.
My friends and I did our own sort of homegrown junkyard wars. And one year, we built a fully functional, articulated, 8-legged rideable.
Man, robots are so
machine,
fucking cool.
And it walked like 20 steps until it collapsed in a heap of pieces. And a bunch of friends then went on to build Mondo Spider, which is a 2,000-pound electric-powered, rideable, mechanical spider.
This guy's so swag.
Celebrating science and engineering!
But the coolest thing I ever made is my giant racing mech.
Oh my god.
Prosthesis is an 8,500-pound, 200 horsepower, fully pilot-controlled, 4-legged exoskeleton.
It sure is.
So here's the machine.
Holy
this
fuck.
is the beast. This is one of the giant 1,000-pound, 10-foot-tall legs. There's 4 of them. They have custom-made racing suspension on them. And up front here, you have the bumper bars. These are sort of the hardest working part of the machine. You can see they kind of take the brunt when you fall, which happens a lot. They have massive impact absorbing shocks on them, so you can fall from a full 15 feet up face plant and you barely even feel it. You'll see right square in the middle, that's the cockpit of the machine. That's where you strap in to take control of it.
It's a bicycle seat.
It amplifies your strength.
You couldn't have something that didn't fuck your balls up, dude?
Oh, dude, man, bicycle seats are the worst.
Makes you
all of this tech, and you got a fucking bicycle seat.
They could have put like a gamer chair in there.
Exactly.
The essence of the machine is to celebrate the age-old pursuit of...
It looks so cool, dude. Excuse me?
Its sole job is to pay attention to what the pilot is telling it. It doesn't make any decisions for you. It doesn't try and catch you if you're falling.
Look at the fucking cockpit.
The feet have been beat, battered. These things have been one of the most challenging parts of the project because they're literally where the rubber hits the road. They've stood up amazingly well for a first revision.
It almost looks like an elephant.
My wife thinks I'm nuts, which is really the only way that she would put up with me.
Yeah, well, your wife is dumb.
That's why we love each other.
Fuck your wife, dude. Fuck your robot.
All my friends
Put
are
a
crazy
pocket
about
pussy in that cockpit.
Sculptures, so it was
Get
easy to find
divorced.
acceptance amongst
Dude, I'll be your
peers.
wife. Holy
it's the
shit.
strangers you meet every now and then who are like, you're building what? To do what? out of this
Yeah.
first prototype, we hope
Weird
to
mammoth.
start getting people excited about what the experience is like.
Notice that
And
camera was
eventually
broken?
We hope to
Like it's
start
been run
getting
into?
people excited about what the experience is like, and eventually this will lead to a sporting competition with an international mech racing league. So you can picture 5 or 10 years
Oh,
from
hell
now,
yeah, dude.
lighter, faster, more agile versions of these things,
Woo!
ripping around courses, obstacle courses, jumps, pushing boulders out of the way. I think it's going to be a pretty wild spectacle to behold. The
It's the
coolest thing I
future.
ever made is my giant racing mech.
Holy shit, dude. That was amazing.
Yeah, of course, it was founded by Bell, though, so it's gonna be terrible at the end.
Yeah, well, you never know. Capitalism.
It's gonna be overpriced.
Yeah. You don't need it to be priced, but who does he
It's-
race? Other elephants.
Yeah, other people
yeah.
that don't have the robots.
Did you see what I just watched?
Nope, I just heard racing elephants.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna post it in here.
We watch racing.
I assume
elephants.
if he's watching racing elephants, that's good. Oh, okay. Alright.
We watch a super cool robot.
Some
And then-
Canadian dude's losing his mind.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
I know.
And then his wife doesn't understand the project. Shame. Terrible
oh,
wife.
Fuck. I got distracted watching robots. I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom.
Alright.
Cool.
Look how cool that shit is. Excuse me.
That dude, he's just 3D modeling. So it's AutoCAD or Fusion 360. That's so cool. Metal and engineering is so cool.
My brain is too small for shit like this.
So my dad does. So it's like wizardry. He's an artificer. He's a Warforged artificer. Absolutely. One day I showed up and was like, "Hey, I want to cosplay 3D maneuver gear from this anime I watch," and he didn't know what it was, and it didn't matter. He was like, I showed him a picture, and that man within like the next day had went on YouTube, watched a couple of videos on what cosplay was, what 3D maneuver gear was, and had a blueprint. It was like, "Does this kind of thing work? Could we make it out of this?" And I was like, "Yeah."
I like
Yeah,
the
you
first step where he's
wizard.
like, what's cosplay? Let me fully understand my daughter's motivation before I take the next step.
Fully, and then I found him on Twitch watching somebody with like 6 3D printers going, like learning what kind of filament they were using, and he's been on a trip ever since.
Very cool, Dad.
Oh yeah, wizard dad.
Very cool.
It's definitely Warforged grump though, but it's funny.
I mean, it might just be also dwarven, you know?
Oh no,
Just,
he's
just in his forge all the time going,
6'3".
big dwarf.
He's
He's either that or a Goliath.
He works like clockwork every day. His routine. She could time it to like the minute.
She could time it when he does cosplay.
Yeah. I could time when that man gets up, when that man drinks his coffee, when he goes to the haircut, when he goes home, when he goes to the gym. It's
Bam, dude.
What song he listens to?
the
That's
same
fine.
6 playlists. Anyway, I digress about
Love
my
me.
random, very cool father. But interesting.
Love P Money.
Yes, that is his name. Guys, I have so many weird notes written down. That's just like subaltern, faceless.
I feel like a lot of stuff
Other
happened at
random
once.
Scribbles. Yeah, you just had a weird surgery, dude.
No, the thing that's gonna stick with me now
And
that
spoke to God.
that Pisces mentioned was that like water. Because I remember in the moment it clicked for me. I was like, oh shit, we've heard that before.
Dark water, all those things the little visions cat was having. This core, it's definitely very precognitive.
I'm worried that Cat must have, like, Morgan mentioned specifically that I spiked like crazy when I got the vision of water and drowning.
For sure, he did.
Herod spiked when God entered his brain.
Right.
He had that moment.
Right.
You guys don't remember things that happen in split seconds.
Hey.
What if I don't remember?
About the water thing?
Yeah, like what if something else happened and I don't remember?
I think something happened when you didn't survive in that area, like within
Yeah, they
R&D.
put a robot in me. Maybe a robot.
Interesting. Got thoughts. Got thoughts.
Or I was never human in the first place.
Whoa.
Anyway, Dad's back, so we can't talk anymore about the fun stuff.
Figure it out.
What?
He'll spoil all of our secrets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Help.
We're thinking how to take down Harrison Armory.
Mm-hmm. And SSC.
We want to kill Naveen too.
Yeah, and Naveen.
We're gonna take control of the whole thing.
Yeah.
We're the despots now.
Seize the means of production.
Yeah.
Alright. Welcome back to the cockpit, Lancers.
What up?
Nothing. Listen to some Zelda lo-fi.
Hell yeah.
So are you, technically.
I mean, I vibe with it.
Welcome back to Spear.
A word ruled by Zane is a perfect world.
So realistically, that was my reserves, so I don't really have anything else until we do another thing or people involve me and stuff, so I'm good.
I mean, I think we were on just calling, pinging the pirates now.
Yeah, Belle's gonna get whatever mechanicking in that she can before we all have a conversation that leads to time to ping. So as much as like if that's like a day, that's fine. If that's like 3 days before we talk, it doesn't matter.
It's R&D told you it's up to you. It's as critical as you feel it to be.
Yep, talking to them. So depends what you guys feel.
Yeah, if you want to roll for a reserve beforehand or after.
Yeah, so you wanted us to roll, right?
If you want to. Or sorry, no. You can pick. You can pick.
Oh, then absolutely.
I want to reserve.
Oh, yes,
for this particular situation, you are able to pick. Yes.
All right,
the stocks doth be fulleth. Just let me know what you're taking.
I'm either going to take +2 repair cap or extra core power, but I want to wait for the brief from Guinevere before I pick them up. Is that fair?
Absolutely. You won't know until you ping what the reserve is, or what the mission is.
Yeah. Cool. I don't know what the mission is, so I'm going to attempt to prep stuff anyway. And as much time as I have to give my allies a boon of any sort. Like, Herod doesn't have to reload his gun after the first shot, but after the second shot he does, maybe. Or things of small nature like that I had on last week's notes, but have since misplaced.
That was
many
oddly bottom sentence of Union Trail.
Sorry. Notes I had elsewhere. I don't know how much we talked.
Sticky notes everywhere. So you're thinking of not choosing something off the list, but making something?
Yes, attempting to use some of the supplies I got from the trip. So one, make myself that little Bjorn and attach it to my mech. Two, attempt to tweak for the better this gun that Harris keeps having trouble with up until recently. And if there's a slight adjustment I can do to give Zayna a drone one-time proc or a cat and an empathy proc or something, just to sort of mess with some of their inner mech works with some help of Everup inside the trench for like a day or so. Whatever I could get done in that day, we've got. Sure. Either one.
There is some experimental stuff you could mess with for sure, where you are using a reaction, let's say, to help Herod reload his gun as soon as it's emptied, but you'd have to be adjacent to him.
I also don't have anything that has loading anymore.
Oh, you got rid of your huge loading rifle?
Yeah, so I swapped it out. So I have the integrated solid core, which is the special ability that I have. Mm-hmm. I have a laser rifle that's range 8 and the heavy cannon that's called a laser rifle that's range 12. But nothing that I have does loading anymore. Yeah.
All right, well then I want to scrabble together you a cool scope then that gives you that might only last a shot, Squid. However you feel is worthy. But can I give him like a couple more range on that gun for a shot?
Sure. If that's something you'd like to do, absolutely.
Oh my god, getting it from 8 to 10 would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, as much as
you can
reasonable to
choose to take +2 range or roll a d4.
Cool.
What are you gonna do?
Roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it.
Oh, I get to roll it?
Yeah. It's your.
Oh, I'm fully meching it. Oh, sorry. full cursing and sparring in the middle of preparing it.
That's how we do it.
Look, we take those.
We take those.
One range is better than no range.
I'm gonna take my reserve to also give him one more range.
No. It does last for the full mission though. Like it's not a one-time thing. It does last for the mission. Zane, what are you doing?
I'm wondering, anybody wants some negators again, or do you want me to work on something else?
Could you help me with and Belle will show you the scrap pieces of her sword solar board that she desperately wants to bring out into a mission one of these days. So it is essentially a movement weapon tool that I am attempting to build long term here, and could use your help, folks.
What does it allow you to do out of game?
Out of character, Belle used it a bunch for monster hunting, right? So riding around on the jungle mountains and catching things, and also using it to fight them. So I don't know what it theoretically does. Yeah, I'm figuring it out.
It's like a sort of hoverboard.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
So
it's
for this mission, regardless, you have your Bjorn and you have your +1 sight to Herod.
Yep, that's plenty. I've been talking to Zane about it, but
yeah. And if you guys want to work on that hoverboard afterwards, absolutely you can.
Definitely, this is something that might take longer than a couple of weeks there, Zane, so no rush. Just put it on your radar.
It's weird sparry tech that's like...
Oh, it's definitely archaic tech.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't mind, though, if it changes the look.
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
We'll have to find a happy medium there. This has to still be... I like that it looks like home.
Alright.
But that's a long-term project, so maybe something to deal with these pirates, eh?
I would like, if possible, to work on something with Cat, actually. A one-time use kind of ice-out drone. No, well, I call it a drone because that's what Zane would make it look like, but it's basically just a one-time use for one person. As a reaction, they can use it to just negate like a tech attack or something.
Okay.
Just once,
Sort of
will help.
one time.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll try.
I'll say for this particular time, no need to roll for it. You guys working together are able to make an ISO module.
Okay. Yeah, Zane would just basically build
the yang of your greasy negator.
It would just like build the box and everything, and then it would just need like the code.
This is your electric negator.
Yeah, exactly. All right, cool.
Dude, blueberry lemon is fucking dumb. I don't care what
So-
anyone says.
because Zane already uses his reaction all the fucking time. Who wants that?
An anti-tech
Who wants-
attack?
Yeah, who wants a one-time anti-tech attack?
Vandal is probably the most ideal.
Me or Herod, honestly, those running fucked you guys up last time, but unless Cat's on my back, that shit hurts.
I'm slowly installing the scope or whatever. I'm like, this scope is phenomenal, truly one of a kind. I don't think I could really ask for anything else. I see the lens is like cracked.
I was gonna say there's a hilarious hairline fracture along it.
I just stripped the screw, a couple things.
Here you go, Vendel. And he just kind of throws it, and it looks like it's about to crash, but then it starts hovering, and then makes its way over to you.
Kind of basketball like.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Yeah.
Wait.
That greasing the gate, they're
Here it comes.
gone. Huh?
Very cool.
As it attaches itself to you. A ghost waffle, thanks for following.
There goes Waffle.
Yeah, it would basically just attach itself to your mech, and then one time just react and just ice out your your mech against something, and then just go like.
All right,
What's
well.
what's your job? Dying to protect the user. No.
I mean, wait.
I'll make sure to use it wisely.
When will you learn?
Oh man, never. In any case, these pirates and that message from R&D. Where do we stand? It's been.
Well, are you ready to send the signal?
Is there anything else anyone else needs to accomplish before we do?
No, I think we're ready. Ready as we'll ever be.
Yeah.
We might learn more things if we do it now.
Yeah, I feel like there's not much else we can do to prepare.
You're
Known
quite prepared.
unknowns.
You guys head over to R&D. Excuse me. You head over to R&D, and they still have that brainstem and brainstem and spinal cord in a jar. Space burnt and looking like hell, although still clearly functional. You are allowed in to their facility, and they offer you tribute of this Absalom.
I feel like Herod has weird feelings about seeing that and recalling what he saw, and is essentially just not watching.
Yeah, it's a little bit uncomfortable for you, Herod, especially because of what you saw. I mean, you all saw it, but Herod, especially, it's weird seeing like fly on the wall your own body being desecrated.
Yeah. Not fun.
Does different R&D staff show up every time, or are they all like indistinguishable from each other? Like, is it the same
Indistinguishable.
4 people? Okay.
indistinguishable.
Wait, during mine, did I also have an out-of-body experience? When I
you
died in Oregon?
No,
Okay, just double checking.
you did not.
Hey, Cat. I guess it's you and me. Let's
Alright,
launch this
then.
thing.
All right.
Okay.
So this, where are my papers? Oh, they're there.
It's a heroic roll.
Heroic.
Or it's
I'm rescinding what I said before. It is heroic, but Kat, you can use your hack on this,
okay.
and then you can both add a d6. You can both add an accuracy.
Okay.
Wait,
So
you didn't say it was heroic. You said it was difficult.
Oh, well, it was something. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
you
it was like risky,
said-
like where
yeah, this
you
one
said it was
something
risky
happens,
and
so we have to do
difficult.
it perfect.
Risky,
They don't.
difficult. Yeah, that was. I'm gonna make it. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, you're right. It was risky and then difficult. So it's a success on a 10, which is almost guaranteed. But if it's a failure, if it's under a 20, you're gonna get pinged. Like they're gonna know you're coming. Because
Them not knowing the ping happens is heroic.
a
Everything
20.
else is okay.
Yeah.
Right, so it's yeah, so a risky roll means that on a 10 or plus it's a success. But on a 20, there are no complications. On a 10 or over, there are complications, which means they are going to know.
All right, and we're both rolling.
Yeah. So you can
Attack with an accuracy.
yeah, and this and I'm also changing the difficulty. So it's just risky.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's hack with 2 accuracy.
Okay.
All right. So you go first, Kat, and then you can each roll your accuracy.
Oh,
So roll your hack. Goodness. Yes, it's a big number.
Finally.
I didn't look.
Finally a good hack.
What did I roll?
28.
A lot.
Steve. Ew.
Easily done. The ping goes out,
I hate
and
these
you are hit with again that kind of torrent of information as you hack into this Absalom homunculus. It fires a bunch of information. You see multiple ships in different spots, but there is one conglomerate, and it almost looks like. Have you ever seen inside a beehive, like a functioning beehive, like when they're crawling all over each other? It almost looks like that is kind of the ping. So there are these individual bumblebees flying around collecting honey, and then in the middle there is this kind of hive of just a bunch of them.
Can I display this information to my
Absolutely.
to my
As soon as you get
tablets?
it, yeah, it's available to you. It's extracted, and the brain is shocked, and then goes inert. You can feel it like struggling, which is concerning on a physical or visual level because it's a brain attached to a stem. But you can see it.
Doesn't mean too much now.
It dies essentially.
It doesn't jerk in the same way Herod's did when the needle got inserted. Then it's like a violent.
Yeah, no, this is like you've taken something from it and it died.
Okay.
Like this was by design. This is all it could take. This was the maximum amount of anything it could take.
It was the last shot.
Yeah, it was gonna die no matter what. Whether you succeeded or failed, it was gonna die.
How'd it go? Belle asks from the little corner of R&D next to Herod.
It doesn't look good, but I think we got in clean. Their firewall was behind 2 JPEGs. Why?
So not good or good?
What were the JPEGs?
Good. Well, one was like a weird circular thing with I don't know. It looked like something Mel would make. It's like
Meat
had red dots on it.
Well, that doesn't.
I send
sound
you a
good.
picture of a pizza.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
It's almost.
Borpa spin.
I think that's called a pizza.
It sounds gross.
Pizza. Yeah, I don't know. They were
uncooked.
Really shiny,
But yeah, the bad news is and then I'll display just the hive crawling all over itself.
Yeah, so that's the way to describe it. It's not quite like as bug-like,
It's just
but
so bustling.
yeah, it's what the mothership is, or whatever the devil you don't is. It seems to be wreathing.
Interesting. All right. Well, we have its location. How
Writhing?
far?
Wreathing.
Writhing.
Writhing. Wreath is something you put on your door.
You are. All right, you guys are able to tell that it is not that far away. Actually, it is like within a couple days. There are multiple ships all over different clusters, but this particular mothership does seem to be relatively close, and it's also cloaked out of its ass.
Yeah, Galsem doesn't detect this.
No.
Do we even know what Galsum is?
No.
Should we just forward this along to Levine and await instruction? Because this doesn't seem like something that we can just run into, given the amount of ships that we're looking at.
You get a ping from Guinevere for access.
Hey, Gwen.
Boop, boop.
Answers. Were you able to extract the information?
Yeah, I think so.
Wonderful.
And I upload it.
And are you ready to meet me at the round table and prepare.
Yes.
Yep.
That was fast, yeah.
Excellent. I will let the head staff know. Meet me in the round table. I will see you in 5 minutes. I will prepare a sit rep.
Thanks, Gwen.
Goodbye, Knights.
I walk backwards, looking at R&D, out of R&D.
They
I don't break eye
stand
contact.
stationary, looking at you.
I also look at them, going like, "Do they know? Do they don't know?"
I don't look at them, but I actively shuffle my cigarette case.
I wonder which one thing is controlling all of them. And then leave.
Is there a disco ball in the room?
No.
It's him!
Maybe.
Oh my god.
Shiyoko.
It was him all
Shiyoko
along.
the whole time. A guy made up because of Herod. No. Yeah. I mean, I say that, but like, Shiogo is the result of what would have happened if you guys succeeded on brain surgery, essentially, in your office.
Oh.
We could have done it.
Yeah. He
Yeah, but
does.
no
I
one-
mean, he wouldn't have shown up. I'm saying like he was the result of this event that you did.
Yeah, but no one would have been able to play God for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, you if you guys are ready to go, we can go to the round table.
Yeah.
Let's
think
go.
so.
Do the sit rep.
King Kong. Let me see if simulation room Guinevere round table is ready. Nice. Hey. Activate.
Do it.
You guys in?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I should full heal myself and stuff.
This is just you can you'll be you can take your. I mean, these are just tokens that were here that will always be here. I don't know if they're overlapping or not.
No, it's just it reminded me that my sheet isn't.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Full repairs again.
I'm now going
Wait.
into Guinevere mode.
Welcome back to the round table, Knights of Lancer. Wait, Knights of Cradle. I'm happy you are here. Are you prepared?
Looking to be more so. What can you tell us?
I have run extensive diagnostics on the information you have provided. I was able to come up with a relatively accurate, up to about 80% accurate, read of the main ship. The interior I'm unable to get a read on, but the general layout should look like this. We've picked up several anomalies on the ship that we are incapable of reading. One of them comes from the back, far right. We're picking up a reading of what appears to be an NHP, top right.
Round how big are we compared to this map? Is one square one?
We are unable to ascertain what actually makes up this ship. We believe it is multiple ships congealed together into some sort of amalgamation, but are unsure. You
Sorry.
would be about the size of
Like I'm going. Are we like this size or like?
6 of you would fit in the front PS over here.
That's quite a lot.
Six?
Yes, it's big. The ship is built.
Okay.
We
So,
assume
like,
for mechs
ha-
to move inside freely. Unlike
half a
traditional
square.
ships, we are under the impression that you will be under fire almost immediately.
Do we have any sort of unique launch prepared for this mission? I assume they don't know we're coming, so is it stealth
They do
again?
not. I believe a cold launch would be the most beneficial. I'm worried that if we were to attack their NHP directly, we would be under extreme circumstances. I also believe that if we were to come from the bottom and work our way up, you would have the most luck. Clearly their NHP will be guarded as much as possible, but if you clear their security forces, starting exactly, who drew that circle? Who's white? Not that it matters. Cat, exactly. This is our point of entrance. This appears to be some sort of refuse deposit. I have...
Gwen, are we to presume their NHP has a casket that is portable? Are we trying to extract this? But there, if it's defended.
Sorry, what?
Sorry, somebody's messing with the map. Guys!
This is good. It's all part of the plan. It's probably closer to what it'll actually look like.
You know what? Probably.
Our current mission, as we understand it, if you are capable of uploading me into their comms, navigation, and security, I should be able to provide you with full control over the doors, which would allow you to take at least one section of time to be able to refill your abilities. Repair your ships between a fight, but only one.
That would be between the door sections, correct?
That's correct.
And it sounds like we would be able to make that decision based on what, like, doors that we would pass through at any given moment.
That's right.
Understood.
We believe that you should be able to be in control once you are able to have taken out the forces in each individual room. We're unsure of what you will be meeting while you're in there, but as we understand it, upload me into the three main systems, comm, nav, and security, which should be available outside of the refuse. Investigate the anomaly signatures on the ship, the NHP, and whatever is going on in this particular room. We're unsure. And finally, destroy their base of operations.
Alright.
Do that.
Are we going to be or is Spear going to do anything regarding the swarm of other ships in the area? I feel like running in at the heart of the swarm will just get us killed almost instantly.
This is a legitimate concern. The reason we are launching in this particular section is because this is where their NHP is. They will not risk an attack on their own ship. Which is why it's imperative that you upload me into the systems, where we will gain control.
Or to upload you, but then destroy it.
Upload me into their comms, navigation, and security, which should be in this room.
Are we going to be provided with the casket for NHP extraction? Should that be plausible?
If and when you are capable of coming into contact with this, presumably NHP, the time you'll have between them and whatever they decide will do once it's compromised will change. If you're capable of extracting that casket, that is the play. But there will be no time for a transfer. The process is long and arduous, especially if the NHP is unwilling.
Understood. Look around my allies. Ready to get your feet cold again?
Always.
I feel like I'm a little rusty. It's been a while.
Quick.
Remember our plan.
We'll be launching from over here. The cold launch will be about 4 hours. We need to stay out of their sensors. Your mechs are equipped with a one-time use material breach. Once you attach to the side, you should be able to create a one-way doorway that will allow you to get in.
If that's the case,
At
can
not
we
cost.
launch on the NHP section?
I believe you could if you chose to. I also believe that it's extremely risky. Because the reinforcements from the rest of the ship will push forward, and you will be scissored. I don't believe that the leadership will allow the NHP to be left alone, which is why I think of starting from the bottom and pushing your way up would be the play.
Alright, so under your best analysis, the southern start is the ideal start location.
I believe so. If you believe you're capable of pushing through and launching at the NHP, by all means, but you will be swarmed. There's no question.
Understood.
If this is an amalgamation of ships, Gwen,
Yes.
where can you possibly estimate the cockpits to be? Is that, if we're
We
looking
believe
for
the
the
cockpit
driver?
of the main structure is here.
Is that a possible place to launch without being, statistically deadly or anything? More than usual.
Like always, I believe that is also a place to launch from. But we are unsure of what is in each individual chamber. I cannot guarantee that you won't be, again, get the full brunt.
Right.
Whereas we are able to verify that there is some sort of command center in this section. Now, if you want to risk it, I'm more than happy to allow it. You are Lancers after all. You defy the odds. But we have run the scenario. This is by far the most highest chance of success.
We don't know what their forces are, right?
You do not. Unfortunately, I apologize. I wish I could provide you with that intel. It pains me that I cannot.
Got 4 hours to find out. Let's go. Guys, I've been wanting to hit something for so long. Come on.
Ready?
I'm coming.
I love your zealousness. Good luck, Lancers.
Time to put on the armor, huh, Gwen?
Couldn't we just nuke them?
You could. We could.
That's not nearly as informative
No.
or fun, Zane. Let's
We can't.
We also don't have very much offensive capabilities on space.
Yes,
by
yes,
design.
I know.
Good.
No.
Alright, Guinevere out. Good now. Good luck. Knights of Courage.
Thank you, Guinevere.
Thank you, Gwen.
Oof, alright. That's gonna be our first fight in a tight space. That's good for me. I hope you're ready to roll a lot of dice, Squid.
Alright.
Boy.
Yes.
But also, real quick, out of character question. Gwen is the only other NHP we know that. Well, I guess we don't know if Shiogo has been cycled or not, but they've cascaded and have
Shiogo?
not been Shiogo. But Gwen has not been cycled.
Commerce
right?
in Japanese.
I was wondering what language that was.
Yeah, it's Japanese. You're wondering, sorry, if Gwen has said she's never been cycled.
Right. So, by possible brain connection there, to assume she's never cascaded either. If she's never been cycled, she's never had to cascade to be cycled, unless
Presumably.
something like that. Okay,
Wait, don't you cycle before the cascade?
Yes.
or cycle
In
to
theory.
clear cascade.
Or you
sort
could
of.
clear a cascade with the cycle.
Oh, you can clear. Okay.
It's like a reset, sort of. But I was just wondering. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know you could once they cascaded into.
Yeah, you can decascade them if you're
Okay.
cool enough.
Mhm.
All right.
All right.
Alright.
Hopping into
Alright.
the little cold shoot cubbies. They're gonna shoot us into space.
You head down to the trench and get ready for your railgun cold launch.
Yep. I'm gonna take the +2 repair.
+2 repair kit.
Yep.
Understandably.
Oh.
We have 9 health, alright?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. As you guys head down into the trench, you're greeted by Merlin, Alon, and Everett, as they have your mechs perfectly polished, ready to go, fully loaded. You walk in, lower down to the elevator. Your babies, one by one, are opened up as you guys enter into your mechs.
I'll let my platform elevates me over to it.
How's Everett's
Step by
fist
step.
looking?
What's that?
How's Everett's giant fist looking? I gotta check every time.
She seems to have added a mod to it recently. That is a giant ring.
Right.
Whether it serves a purpose or not, you're not sure, but it's gold and it's fucking huge.
Doesn't matter. It's impressive. I'm admiring it from afar, and then jumping up, slapping the thing, tunnel entrance before going into my mech into the.
You pull it in. She gives you a nod and a couple like shadow boxing moves.
Yeah, crack mech knuckles.
Merlin has not moved, just watching this happen. So you guys head into the launch. Prepare to launch. You walk down, are going through the escalator, down into the chamber, and like always, getting ready to cold launch your mechs into literally black space for about 4 hours.
That's cool.
To kind of put the atmosphere down a little bit. Anyone wants a alcoholic beverage before we go?
I didn't think on that. That sounds pretty good. Turn up the music in the mech. Didn't your drones bring that over?
Yeah.
Beep.
I just make one on my thing, and then I ask one of the drones to bring it.
Just show up on like our in-games mech Zoom call.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, grab a snack out of the snack cabinet.
The countdown starts. As you guys are hyper light shot into space again. You can feel the small calibrations between you getting slightly moved as it's aimed perfectly, and there is that railgun feel as you hit that 0G, where your skin starts to feel like it's trying to crawl off of your body, and then once you get into the actual black of space careening through the stars, your systems kick in and are able to adjust, allowing you to exist like a normal human inside this giant vessel, this war machine, as you guys are flying through space. It's 4 hours of literal walkie-talkie close comms. I'm going to make sure that my scene is set up.
I spy with my little eye something. Fuck, it's an asteroid. I know.
By with my little eyes, something black.
Space.
Is it space? 2 hours in, is it?
It's still space.
Yeah, it's still space.
I like the rendition of Cat being an absolutely loud snorer.
I just imagine.
You're telling me.
I just imagine Cat in her little mech.
Wow.
She's like this in space.
Just totally cocked out like, yeah.
That's totally RP. That's not a dig at all. I'm sure.
I'm terrified that this isn't gonna work. So I'm going to just do it and see what happens. Alright, we're going Pleasure Town. Let's see if if you see something you shouldn't, which you'll know right away, zoom down to the bottom right corner. All right?
Okay.
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 Oh, I am in the bottom right corner, and I'm.
I am already in the bottom right
bottom right
corner.
And you
Alright.
see a giant black spaceship.
I see a giant
No,
black.
there's colors and stuff around
Yes.
us, but I'm too scared to zoom out.
I see a
yeah.
giant black shape set ship.
It's Fog of Ward out.
Yeah, you've
Okay,
got
good.
dynamic lighting or whatever.
Oh,
on
it
the
is. Yep,
corner.
yep, yep,
It's
yep.
working?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Left on it.
Cool.
Literally,
Good
shit!
job.
The ship is a clock! Fuck!
it literally,
Oh my
God,
God.
please don't. Literally makes my dick go into my body with stress whenever Foundry Link does shit.
Don't Cody figured it out.
Stone Cody.
Way to go.
No, I sober coded this because I did not trust my Stone Cody.
That's fair.
For it to work. But Cum Bucket Pudding helped me as I switched to him multiple times. Exactly, it's a huge
Space
fucking
is
ship.
so big.
So, space do be big. Just 1 second.
It do be small.
Doobie.
It do be. They don't think it be like it is.
But then
it
it
do.
do. That's the fucking best quote of all time. You guys are careening through space, and within a couple miles, you start to get the general reading of where you are. You can see why the readings on this thing are hard, because there are a series of ships kind of like moving around each other, careening, kind of like I said, like a insect colony. This is multiple ships work together that seem to be pieced together, or at least working as one small or large unit. Each one, you can tell, is capable of detaching at some point. What the process is, it's hard to say, but you can tell that some of them are like shimmering and shaking and moving, undulating, shifting position to make room for another one that launches a pod out in some direction. If you failed the ping situation, you guys would have been retrofitted with space combat gear.
Cool.
Which would have meant a dogfight to get just to where you're trying to go. But
Sick.
you have got it. Your systems light up, your HUD comes on, and you can see that blinking light over here, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where that is where Guinevere has started. So you guys can kind of start to move in that direction as you come into view of this massive ship that is clearly made up of other ones. Flying through space, you turn on your thrusters and are able to latch on like cat burglars to the side of the ship.
Giant.
Each
metal
one of
cat
you,
burglar.
I'm just going to put you right here because this is where I have doors set up. You are each put on your, bless you, you each put on your device that Guinevere gave you, and there is kind of, did you see Spider-Man Homecoming?
Mhm.
Where the
Yes.
vulture makes the like door, the one-way door in the ceiling.
Ah, yes.
Um,
Giant electrical thing.
yeah. You guys land onto this door and just goes as like matter is deteriorated, and the doors open up, and I think you guys should be able to move in there.
Yep.
Meow. With caution and a quick scan, I presume. Get.
A drone? Ha!
Yeah, as soon as you come in, there is like piles of refuge, old barrels, lots of debris in general, and this one drone on the wall just comes online, just goes, and you see it start to scan.
Stop it.
I move the drone because I can.
Can I?
You can move it.
Yeah, I can. I have an ability that lets me do that.
I know. I'm saying you have that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Can
what?
I move it behind something so like the scan just picks up nothing?
It's triggered. It's currently triggered. So like it's acting.
Yeah, but while it's doing it, I imagine it. Okay, so how I imagine it is like a scan like this. You know, it does like it goes like this, and then scan the room for something that shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to, while it's doing the scan, kind of move it behind something so like it scans.
Disrupt the scan, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You are capable of moving it behind something, which buys you kind of a moment to understand that it's in here. Where you just like your instant like first move is just like no, and it goes and like goes behind a box, but is instantly you can tell like after you move it, it just starts to like climb out. Or starts to try and move. So you guys have a moment to kind of figure out what you want to do, but it is looking at you. It hasn't triggered anything.
Are we supposed to use like can we use our pilot stuff, or is it just mech stuff right now?
You can kind of mix and match in this situation. If you want to try and blow it out of the sky, you can.
I walk out and shut the door.
If you have something quiet that is capable of doing that, you can hear in this room there is like kind of a series of garbage chutes. That giant thing in the middle is feeding into this different garbage chutes that are launching it into space. So it's not like you'd have to be deathly quiet, but if you're firing a high-powered rifle, that would be different.
I want to use construct other ideal image to put a size 2 thing here that's basically just a wall that looks like the room.
Oh, you're using minor image to try and disrupt the vision that's a cantrip, and it doesn't work in these kind of situations, okay?
Yeah, well,
Energy doesn't work like that.
It would have to be at least a level 3 spell.
You even have the components for that?
Cast your cantrip.
When's the last time you bought components?
Diamond's only worth
I'm not gonna buy the pizza if you don't let this work.
Yeah, no. Which one? You're doing ideal image?
Yeah. It's like I can just make it's a size 2
object
that looks like anything.
So pull out 2 para-casual disruptions.
I basically just want to like put up a green screen almost so we can walk behind.
Newbie,
you know?
very good.
Like...
Minor illusion has a verbal component, so they hear you.
Perfect. I attempt to step outside and avoid the scan entirely. I just shut my door again.
Bye.
Yeah, I like
funny.
that. Vandal goes outside. No.
Let me know when that's all set.
The drone's just like, good.
Mission.
It blocks line of sight, so
it does. Yeah, so it can see Charlemagne right now. You can see it start to scan Charlemagne. You can move out of the way if you want, Charlemagne. Yeah. Technically, it's still corner to corner, but
well, technically, I could potentially just move it again, right? And just
Isn't
move it
mine
like,
also
right here.
yeah, but it can't see this corner. It can see.
No, I know, but we
There
could
you
like
go.
move like that,
Yeah.
and then just make it move behind it
Can't
completely.
you just like move it outside? You know, have it go scan
I
space.
can only move 4 space, so no. Unfortunately, I cannot move it outside.
Also,
a
it's a
couple
size
moments.
2 object, so it's the honeycomb shape.
Gotcha.
You have one
There
more.
one.
Yeah.
Is everything all set with that? Does it know we're here?
No, you
I'm
get the
making
impression
it
it does
look
not.
like
It's
the wall.
currently it started to go whoop 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 whoop,
Great.
and then Banshee put up this wall and it just goes whoop 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 whoop.
Great, because I was wondering about this and gauging how loud it would be and if, as opposed to the other door, Gwen was saying down.
That's a trash chute.
That is
No, I know.
constantly opening and receding and launching things in and out of it.
Zane, did you have any more of those spider bots?
Not with me. But I could. Can I print one?
Do you still have your printer thing?
Yeah, I do. I have my personal printer.
Oh, that was your reserve to make it like the the extra shit, wasn't it?
You can
Yeah,
bring
yeah.
it
To make
highlight
like
it.
the
printing
gizmo.
Printing a drone is a little bit, yeah.
But I do still have my reserve of the gizmo, where I can make something a little bit more complicated. Once.
Mhm.
So could I potentially just make the spider that I already made before?
Yeah, if you wanna use it right now. Yeah.
Then yeah. What do you want to use it for, Vandal?
I was just suggesting you drop some eyes down the chute and see if we can get some other information as we skadoodle, but
Down
don't-
here?
yeah.
You know that's a direct shoot into space, like it's launching
Oh,
garbage.
space.
Yeah.
Sorry, not like
No.
Not
I
a
like
space, but literal space. It's launching garbage. So
But-
it's being like sorted.
Gotcha. I was thinking like
yeah.
a dumb waiter that went to like anything else.
No. It's
Started
quite
with it.
literally like you went through the refuge to get to it. It's being
Got
launched out.
Got it. My misunderstanding.
Space.
Yes,
Fair enough.
definitely don't use the scratcher to eat it into space.
I mean, we can still try to use it to kind of spy on the next room.
That's the find familiar spell, and use all your sight. And
You don't have a ritual prepared.
I do actually.
but crickety crackety of like mech knuckles. Are we expecting to brace guns blazing as soon as we go through there or not?
Yes.
To honor one of my closest friends, my mech literally picks up the gun and just gestures the.
Characters treated as an obstruction, so cannot voluntarily move into it. If a character attempts to stand on it or is involuntarily moved there, it dissipates and is immediately destroyed. So you can't stand on it. So someone's going to have to act like narratively. If you want to get this thing out of here and do something with it, you're going to have to do it fast.
I don't think I can even move it.
So it would have to be like an agility or some sort of. We'll do a narrative situation. One of your HASE checks.
So what?
Couldn't Zane move it just so that its line of sight is again obscured if it goes here?
Yeah, technically I already moved it here.
Yeah, he can move it. He can move it to places, but like it's going to eventually see you in one way or another because of the size of this thing. Like, so it's, remember, line of sight is corner to corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that thing
So if you
enough?
want to move him, if you want to puppet master this, like in a way that it like is constantly just one like section behind where you guys are viewable, this would be a check for Kaiser then, for Fox.
And what would be the check?
Whatever
You're
your
playing-
highest one is. What is it?
Agility?
Is agility
Whatever
your
would-
highest?
drone
Yes.
I
puzzle
thought it would be
it out of our
engineering.
line of sight.
No, because engineering doesn't give me anything.
Oh, what's the one that gives you drone shit?
It would be system, but I didn't know, so I put 1 point in engineering. Because in my head, it makes sense that engineering is more space in your mech, but no.
All right. Then I'll say we'll go with whatever your highest one is, in that it's an engineering, an agility to be able to like command this thing in a way like a Naruto puppet master machine, moving it constantly
At
just
the
to be out of
same
range.
time as us.
It's a standard roll. You need a 10 to succeed.
Alright. Well, don't blame me, people.
Nice.
Easy.
Hey.
Don't
you
blame
guys-
me.
You
Don't
guys,
blame me!
you guys weaken and Bernie this thing and move it piece by piece, eventually surrounding and putting it into the wherever you want it, I guess.
I just imagine now this classic Scooby-Doo scenes where we're just running at each other through rooms.
Yeah, it's quite literally
The
that.
drone going like, "Doot, doot, 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 doot," and we're like behind it.
Oh yeah.
Question: if we,
So I imagine, like, if the drone gets moved here, if we're all here, everything's okay.
Yep.
Like if Charlemagne's
don't click
move.
doors, please.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah.
I know you guys didn't.
All right.
They open if you click them. Like we can close our
Exactly,
other door.
All right, team.
Oh,
I have
cool.
a question.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
I can lock it. Neat.
Ooh, and you can't open them if you're not next to them. That's pretty
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah.
Mhm. Jason, same matter.
In terms of getting the maximum out of our surprise, you guys remember how it was lucky, but we opened up our last engagement with the pirates on the top of the ship, and I was able to kill a drone and a couple other things very quickly.
It was pretty good, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Given the amount of enemies we anticipate having, does anyone think it would be a good idea to just use my core protocol now, have my weapon fully readied, and just, if the opportunity presents itself and the door opens, just...
I think we're firing for quite a while. I don't think. Does your
Or
stable
should we assess
steady?
it as we move through rooms? I guess is what I'm asking.
Didn't Gwen say we had like a moment where we could refresh? Or
She
did
said
I
if you were
say that?
capable of getting in the sake of brevity, once you get into this room, there
There's
are
a physical
three computers. What's the word? Hubs that
Hud.
need to be accessed within 4 rounds.
Okay.
Killing everyone within those 4 rounds also succeeds. No matter what, in this situation, these guys will not run once you get to it, though. The difference is once you control those 3... I'm holding up 4 fingers. Once you control those 3...
Hey, my lord.
3, motherfucker! Once you control those 3 sections, the doors are in your control. So that's the advantage of going after them first, is that the doors and the communications will be in Guinevere's control.
Gotcha.
The other option is killing them all, but they run the risk of either escaping or trying to install their own security measures. When you go in there,
I suppose it's a protocol, so I don't have to do it right now.
I wasn't wasted. On an unknown room just a moment, but maybe it's, if you're going to prepare your shot, and they're right there.
yeah. So what you guys will have once this door opens, you're not forced to funnel through here. You will have one section to kind of place yourselves within 2 spaces of whatever is on this other side, or whatever's on this wall.
Cool.
Okay, so you can
Yeah.
stable study after that then.
Now,
Well,
And then the doorknob.
the
I'm
tough
gonna let
part-
Vandal go first.
The tough part is that I know this will take over an hour.
Yeah, I can't.
And our French Canadian friend has to wake up at 5 a.m.
That's
Oh.
a rough play.
But it's
Yeah.
so early.
Yeah, I know.
So what we will do is the door will open. You guys, this time in your mechs, ready to breach. Similar to last time, but this time way more armored up. The door
Oh, yeah.
will open, and you can set yourselves up and see what's in here.
Cool.
2 spaces at the door. 2 spaces at the door. Oh, there's a
Very
rock
cool.
in here.
Two spaces.
So you can move in. You can move your mechs in right now, like without.
Tactical roll.
Yeah.
Cool.
Pop, pop,
One
pop,
space.
pop, surprise, motherfucker. So within 2 spaces of the wall of the door. So you can't go up here because that would be 3 spaces.
I see.
But everything should be labeled, so you can put yourselves wherever you'd like.
Well,
Tactical roll.
So you can
Charlemagne
see
staying
you
in the
see
door.
those 3 green glowing orbs.
Yeah,
yellow.
green on the left
Yellow.
one.
Or whatever
Yeah,
color
they're
they
yellow.
are.
Yep.
Yes, yeah.
Colors. Those are the 3 navigation points: comms, security, navigation.
Okay.
Alright.
The upload jack, so to speak.
Exactly. Yeah. So we have 4 we have 4 rounds where you can get to. You have to get to one of them, and use a quick action to upload.
Okay.
Just
In-
one.
in-
Just
in
one
mech-
of them, you said.
No, all of them. All 3.
Okay.
She requires all 3 in order to get
Okay.
control of the ship.
Yep.
In order to
Does
help
it-
you guys and provide a moment of rest at any point. She is able to fully shut down the ship for like 30 minutes.
Yep.
And it requires hacking, I imagine, right? Or just plug and play.
It has to eat a quick action. Like you need to jack in, upload Gwen into this.
It's just a plug and play. It has nothing.
No
rolls.
There's no roll
Is it
necessary.
a manipulator situation? Nothing like that?
Not in this one. No. This ship, unlike most ships, is actually built for mechs.
Okay.
Very cool.
Very, very
Which you can tell by how huge it is. Like you guys obviously like D&D used to a dungeon. It feels like you're not in mechs, but you are in like 15 foot tall to 30 foot tall killing machines. This is a massive fucking ship. This is the Death Star, essentially, of vehicles.
What about shooting up inside of it,
and these guys are all in mechs themselves. You come in, you notice there are a few occasional civilians around, or not civs, but like pilots. But they are like running for cover. You guys are massive in this, and this place is huge.
Dang. This person looks big.
Barricade is quite big.
Also, cool paint job on them.
I forgot to say, but I have my hunter drone out this time.
With you mean?
Yeah.
So you guys can see now that you're in here, the scans go off. There is an infantry that seems to have some specific weaponry that's a little bit more advanced than what regular infantry has. It almost looks like mechanic based.
Okay.
There is some sort of weird, freaky machine down here that you know is a pyro. Now, there are 2 pyro grunts up there.
Okay.
There is an engineer, which is a drone specialist here.
Okay.
There's a barricade, which I don't know if you fought before. Did you? You did fight one of these, I think.
Nope.
No? Okay.
Don't think so.
So we're not sure what that one is. And then these new machines that are shaky, steam, oil, and gears are like falling off of them. They are extremely nervous, and they look to be extremely in love. Just with each other.
Oh, man,
That's quite a read.
Here?
Is this
these are like first day on the job boys. The conscripts, I don't know if you're supposed to know this ahead of time, but they operate together.
Cool, okay.
So they work, they're not grunts, but they work as a team together at the same time. So they're both going to go at the same time.
Like these pyros you said were grunts, right, up here?
The pyros are grunts, yeah. This one and this one are, I think. Yes, they are grunts. You can tell they're heavily armor plated. This one, on the other hand, is also a pyro, but is your what's the word? Your scanners are having an insanely tough time pinning this thing down.
Does this look I don't know, ready to explode? Like is that
looks like gasoline.
Like full proper gasoline ready to interact gasoline?
Looks like it, yeah.
Just on their names, I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, I should check.
This is also a vacuum.
Great.
Nice.
That's a big vacuum.
Good to know.
Very cool.
You can make a mech for your pigapillar with it.
You shouldn't have said that.
So when I jump into
put Pigapillar in it.
Pigapillar is going to be the BPEG by the end of this.
No, we said that Pigapillar and my shield will fusion and kill the last boss.
So we're gonna jump back into it next week. To my
sorry, guys.
All right,
that's okay. I mean,
it's only this week and next week.
To be honest, this will be we'll be able to get through this dungeon. I've created as much as the Lancer Discord tells you not to.
Don't tell them that.
Yeah.
Wow, playing with fire.
Very cool.
We'll be able to get into a dungeon and probably finish it in one session, I think, because the combats are not as intense. They're just kind of fire in a barrel,
And
fire
also-
in a bottle, lightning in a bottle. There we go.
Lightning in a bottle, yeah.
Also, we're a little bit more used to our mechs.
Mm-hmm.
At least a little.
It's been a while.
It's been a
Well,
long while.
Still.
crusty old motherfuckers.
Crusty, crusty.
Yeah. You did it. You solved my don't disrespect the cascading NHP puzzle.
Yeah, whoa.
Wow, who would have thought?
Don't even mention God ever. Just let them
Who
bring
would
it up.
have? Who would have thought that he was an NHP? Oh God!
I think that's cool that he's just cascading all the time.
He's in a perpetual state of cascadation.
And
Yeah,
then
but
does
he's
surgery.
loving it. He's loving it.
And it's a big spoiler, so I'm not gonna say it. But when
You got spoilers,
when you're
bro.
gonna finish, a spoiler for Ascent. But when you're gonna
Uh-oh.
finish Ascent, I'm gonna
Nah,
talk
shut
back to
up
you.
about everything.
We'll talk
Yeah,
later.
as I said,
Later.
I'm gonna talk to you later.
Someday. Does anyone have any what ifs?
What if we pissed off the NHP?
If you pissed off Shiogo,
Yeah.
Bad things, I'm sure.
it would have been an action sequence.
Very cool.
Running out, yeah.
What
How-
if I had gun surgery?
Or blowing things up.
What if you had gotten surgery?
What if I met God?
Hold on, just one sec. If you, yeah, okay, you guys know enough. It would not have been as successful.
Okay.
Does that go across
On the
board
opposite
for your
end, if Bell went under, it would have been crazier.
Oh. We don't know this. Dang it.
No, you don't. In
Oh.
character, you do not have any.
No,
idea.
we
No,
just
I
know that
have
I've
no
had more
idea.
But,
alterations.
like
than
Herod was like
does.
Herod was like
fucked up.
Herod was like the
Something's wrong.
Herod
fucked
was like
up.
Herod was like the middle ground between the two. There was like
Yeah.
literally not much would have
You're in the
happened
dark over here.
between Zane and Banshee, or Zane and Kat, but Rezabel and Herod were both.
Oh, I
They
bet you
both
can
would have had
hear him.
results.
I'm
And
curious.
Vandal or Rezabel would have had a more extreme situation.
I thought about it. We
To
can
a
always go
point,
back.
also
that
thought
maybe
about it.
his perfect record might have come into.
Oh my gosh. Well, all right, good call, everybody. Stick to the plan.
It would
No
have been
dying.
intense. Would have been.
Yeah,
relatively
seriously. Given everything we've just figured out, we should probably try to keep these bodies as long as fucking possible.
Oh yeah.
Don't
Um,
die.
good. Rezabel or Coyote, do you got any what ifs?
Not that I can particularly form into a what if. It's more just so many questions I want to ask you that I can't because it's just narrative and plot and him
You can
in a
try.
mailroom
I
with
mean,
red
it
strings.
It depends. It really depends. If there's something, or I can come back to you if you'd like, and you don't have to. Like, you're not forced to ask a what if.
No,
And I
it's
might-
more like
and I might
it's
not
just-
answer, but it's just some things. Like I said, like right now, if you had gone here, say 6 sessions ago, I would not have answered the way I just answered now.
Right.
So you never know.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure at the moment.
Okay. Herod, you got any? Ask one now.
I
Yeah.
feel like there's
There's so many questions.
there's nothing that I can like ask like a what if. Like everything seemed to go about. Like I just know I feel like we're on track is essentially like my biggest takeaway.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of. It didn't really answer any questions, but it at least confirmed suspicions, which
Yeah.
is good to know.
That was the
Yeah.
big thing. I was like, oh man, that confirms a couple of things that we were talking
I
about.
guess I was hoping for a little bit more, but like it's not like I could be like, what? Tell me what's happening, because that's literally the plot. So I'll figure that
didn't
out.
get to talk to Raw.
Yeah, there's it would be any more would be would be way too intense. To a point of being slightly crippling to the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, in that situation, the one you formulated, that is the case. There are opportunities that you've had and experienced where if you chose to do certain things, you can end up on that particular track. So like it just depends on, you know, how gutsy and insane you want to be, right?
I took my gutsy insane moment.
Yeah, well, like similar things like where you know where R&D's negative space is.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're more than you know exactly where it is. Essentially, you don't know what it is, you don't know what's there, but you know it exists. So like,
what if I stomp my mech over there and just busted into it?
Oopsie poopsie! I opened the wall.
What if indeed? What if they didn't do a cold launch, or is there a way to do it? Yeah, there absolutely is. So they did a cold launch because they made the successful read on Absalom, the brain dead caterpillar. What a sentence.
We could take a shit.
But if you didn't, your mechs would have been retrofitted with combat gear that is meant for one use, kind of like turn you into a jet fighter and then disperse.
Cool.
You all would have taken damage, presumably, and started off weaker. But that's what would have happened if they didn't cold launch, or if they didn't make that successful roll. The other option would have been launching to the cockpit or the NHP or somewhere else, and that would have been crazy.
Just risky or different. Okay, cool.
It would have been extremely risky, like crazy risky. It would have been possible.
Risky.
But you would have been pincered for sure.
Damn. Oh yeah. And less able to upload Guinevere without going back.
You wouldn't have been able to. That where you are is the upload point. So it would have been a shock and awe situation where you also would have been shocked and awed.
Is it out of bounds to wonder if we have the possibility of finding out where other ships like this are located based on our network connections to the ship?
Once you get the juice in, yeah. Particularly the cockpit.
Okay.
I think that would absolutely be possible.
Interesting. Okie doke.
But this ship has a lot. There's it's very big, but the sections that are available in this particular game, every room has something. Some of them are combat use, some of them are narrative. You might not get to all of them. You might push forward and things will happen. We never know, but this is a traditional dungeon.
When I saw like 5 fireflies smushed together, I was like, "Oh, this looks like a dungeon." And then
That's
you called
exactly
it that, and it was like, "Cool."
It is literally that. You're exactly right. So that's what it is. I couldn't find an asset to make like a skeleton ship, so I took 8 fireflies and turned them into a zone.
A cool way to do it, yeah.
My ADHD. I don't have ADHD. Actually, I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows, man? All right, so we'll jump into full dungeon crawler lancer in your mechs.
Combat.
It's Hotline Miami.
Yeah, it's this is very Hotline Miami. I should download some of that actually.
Busting the doors, bam.
Hope you're ready to roll a shit ton of dice.
Hell yeah.
Hope you're ready to roll a shit ton of dice.
Yeah, well, you're locked on and you're shredded and you're
Damn.
If I see a Ronin, I'm leaving. I'm just leaving.
No, you stay close to me, please.
Don't worry, guys.
Last time it worked well.
Beat sabering.
Don't worry. Bam.
Don't go wasting those good rolls.
3.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
The autopod. We should actually use that.
Yeah.
It's not blown up. I
We got
reprinted it.
destroyed last time, right at the beginning.
I reprinted it. All right, next week.
On Dragon Ball Z.
See you next week. My last week with the cell phone.
Hey.
Forever.
It's
Bye.
neighboring. Hell yeah.
Later,
Get
guys.
that cardio in.
Ciao.
Always. Constantly bouncing while playing D&D. Lancer.
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 All right.
We're
Good night, chat
Lancer.
room.
Ciao,
night,
chat.
Totally fun non-dungeon.
Ciao.
That's totally a dungeon.
Totally a dungeon.
Alright. Bye,
Later,
gang.
nerds.